Hello, everyone, and welcome to the fifth installment of the Not So Far Realms. This one's a spicy one for you, filled with mystery, explosion, intrigues, and the inability to remember your name. So, without further ado, go ahead and enjoy the fifth episode of the Not So Far Realms. Alright, so last time we left off, you guys did some more reconnaissance. You discovered a couple things. I think Herb explored the second floor of the factory. You figured out that, the window was left unlocked. You figured out some paperwork. You rifled through some desks. And you all just returned. I believe it's like you just got back to your house and it's nighttime. What's the...
No, we had heard a crash downstairs.
Oh, right, that too.
We went down there and we got a notebook out of the... Not a notebook. We got a job card from
You got a
the guy's
uniform,
coat.
yeah, and an ID.
And the
Carl
ID was for
Henswick.
somebody in transportation.
It was for Carl Henswick.
So,
Who
and
is
we
it?
got their uniform, so... And we gave some people some money and dodged a fight with them, and then we leveled up, and we're level 2. And then we decided we were going to go back upstairs and go to sleep and talk about what to do and stuff.
So, that's where you're at. Do you all go to sleep and it is morning, or are you going to talk and then go to sleep?
Well, we're probably going to talk and then go to sleep, because I imagine even though we've had a full day at work, we're probably not, like, literally exhausted.
Yeah, no. Go ahead and do some jibber jabber.
Well, I mean, I guess. Did we see where they like took off? Like which direction they took off to?
Who?
Because they got like hauled.
Yeah.
Didn't
They got hauled out of the building.
Could we understand? Like I don't recall. Like we heard like the noise, right? But did we hear what exactly was what they were said? Like was anything being said when they were being pulled out? Like,
The
were they,
guards
like,
weren't
commenting
saying
about,
anything.
The guards did say something. The guards suspected them of weapon laundering, and when the guards came out of the apartment, they were carrying the guy, and the girl was chasing after them. And then a second guard came out of the apartment, and he had like a sword, a bow, and a staff that they thought or they suspected of being smuggled into their apartment. Remember that.
That's correct.
Which is why I strapped my bow to the bottom of my bed frame so that it is not easy to find.
The one correction is the man and the wife, like the husband and wife, were pulled out together. She wasn't
okay.
following along.
Well-
She was also arrested.
Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure they were literally killed in the street, so...
Wait, did we
So-
hear that?
No,
I mean, once
that's my
they've been
guess.
dragged off, like, you lose sight of them. Because you guys were on the third
Yeah.
floor, and then you went down to the second floor, and the other people were dragged out.
Just
Or the fifth
so,
floor. I think you guys were on.
So we would have known, but just like as like a recap, right? Like we should be able to like see from like when we're at like the factory and such. Do we get to see what kind of like what sort of like not like arsenal, but like what the guards are holding, like the people that are like like the non-human like guards, like the people that are actually like that like conquered us, right? Like, do we know what type of like weapons or like what the guards are using per se? Like, it's not just flat out guns.
You've
right?
seen a couple of them, like, armed
Well,
inside, like...
Yahoo has been subjected firsthand to this, in fact.
Yeah. So,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know,
So
you got in contact, and you're familiar with the ones that are, like, keeping order in the city, and, like, you've observed them. But the arms that they have and use are not being made in the factory.
but
Yeah,
no, but
Yahoo wants to know. He wants to know literally what weapons are they
Yeah,
using.
what are
Like,
they
Do
using?
they use like spears, like a club?
Oh,
like
yeah,
a
so-
sword?
You've seen a mixture. You've seen some that wield, whips in, like, the factory and commerce areas where, orders being kept. The guards that you saw drag out the people below you, they were classic sword and shield, and you know that they wear like that dark, like ebony armor.
Okay. So I mean, what's the plan, lads?
I should also note that you haven't actually seen one without armor yet.
Oh, okay.
Well,
That is actually good to know.
since we have this transportation pass, you know, the IDs, they don't have like your image on them, do they?
They do.
Okay.
It's a picture of you,
Oh.
your name, your occupation.
So what does this guy look like on this transportation one?
Yeah. So, who would have it? Herb.
He's a human pale with an average build. Pale human with an average build. Sorry, my notes are fucked.
That is correct. Yeah. He's like a tall, pretty normally built, kind of stocky guy. The picture on the ID is only like shoulders up. He has like a thick beard on him. He also is wearing a set of monocles. He has a pretty narrow face. Any other important details, such as, he has green eyes, a pretty full head of hair.
Okay, so
Does that
he's
look
just like a human
anyone
male,
here?
right?
Yes, he is a human male.
Okay, so Yahoo, I hate to admit it, but I think we should executively assign you a role here, because I think you could probably do the most convincing disguise of this guy.
You're also the only human in.
What?
Kidding.
Wait, give me 1 second. Let me look at something.
Wait, Herb's a dwarf.
Yeah, but from the head up, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that.
I could be a human too.
I think you have to be at least this tall to ride, and I hold my hand like a
I was about to
Herb.
say, yeah, I was gonna say something like that, but I was like, that's kind of mean. I'm not gonna do that. I still say we have Yahoo dress up as a delivery man. Fucking
I see
Herb,
what you'll think of me.
put Herb in a box and deliver him, ship him off. Let's go.
All right, wait. Give me 1 sec. I have to get something to drink. My fucking throat is dead.
Oh my god.
Well, bro.
So then, assuming Connor goes along with this, or Yahoo goes along with this, and he's your fill-in for Carl Henswick. What's the
Well,
what now?
does Yahoo look like him?
Yeah, I was about to
Do we
say.
need to attempt to shave Yahoo's hair or something? Like,
Does he
'cause
need
we want
do
him,
we need to
we
apply
want
a
him
fake
to look
beard?
convincing.
You know.
Yahoo would have to give you the description of what he looks like. I
Oh,
don't think he ever included a picture in his.
Yeah, I don't think we ever described ourselves in the beginning. So like.
Yahoo looks perfectly like this guy naturally. Wow.
What are the odds?
It's like they're twins. Okay, let's go.
Mike,
Yes.
just want to let you know that I leveled into barbarian as well.
Oh, nice. So what? You're one cleric, one barbarian.
Currently,
No, that's pretty epic.
so I realized how useless I am as a cleric in this world.
Oh, you might be able to rectify that. That is a possibility. And from what Connor looks like a woman, according to his profile picture here in D&D Beyond.
I think that was a fill-in.
Yeah, I don't think he actually.
So what are we gonna do? Well, what's the plan inside the fact?
All right. Well, I think it's safe to
We're gonna
assume
ship
that
you out.
Connor
We're
is going to
gonna ship
require
you out.
some sort of modification, or Yahoo's going to require some sort of modification in order to match this ID.
Yeah. So the plan would be we get Yahoo onto a truck or whatever sort of transport that the transportation people utilize, and then we somehow load all the stuff onto his truck, and he just takes it away.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry.
All right, Yahoo, what do you look like in game, in character?
Huh?
What do you look
Please
like?
enlighten us
am-
on how you look like. Do you have a beard? Please say yes.
No, I don't have a beard.
Shit.
Well, that's okay. We can just take some of the hair off the top and glue it to his face, and it'll look like he'll have a beard.
Herb has a nice thick beard.
Don't be getting any ideas about my beard.
Now I got an idea. We have
It's on my face for a reason.
the dwarf sit on Yahoo's shoulders and do that whole like
Like the two people in a trench coat.
yeah, the two people in the trench coat.
They might not trust like that. It's a real big wager.
Yeah.
A very tall man.
Yeah, not that small. As a dwarf, like I'm still like.
All right, Yahoo, what do you look like?
I have
Please. Oh, you
I
remember you
have
don't
black
have-
hair, fair skin, blue eyes. I'm medium sized, 6 feet tall. I'm 24 and 170 pounds.
What color are your eyes?
Blue.
All right, so you have a different eye color, different skin color, don't have a beard.
Fair and pale is not like that.
Well, I was
incredibly-
gonna say, like, I don't think the Coyote are really gonna like look at your skin color and be like, oh man, you're like a slightly different shade. Die. They're gonna. All you really need to do is match the hair and the beard, and I think you're gonna be able to convince it. Like, you're gonna have a good enough disguise. You know. So is Yahoo? I'm just going to ask you because I don't know how to roleplay. Do you have proficiency with the disguise kit?
I was about to
Um,
say, does anyone here have a disguise kit?
I have 4 deception, but I don't have an actual disguise kit. I don't believe. Well, actually, it doesn't come with the thieves' tools, does it?
No.
No, it's its own set.
Yeah, it's its own set of tools, which is I was wondering if you have proficiency.
No.
Okay, then it doesn't actually
Performance
matter.
doesn't count like it either, right?
Performance might affect your ability to convince somebody else you are actually in transportation. But no, it does not affect your ability to wear a disguise.
Okay.
It affects your ability to convince other people that your disguise is legitimate.
Yeah.
So I still think our best bet is to get Yahoo. We shave his head or grow out his hair or whatever.
Oh my god, are you?
And
Is that what we
staple,
can?
staple the hair onto his face.
Oh
so
my
he has a
god,
beard.
no! Don't staple. How would you even do that?
Obviously, I don't mean use a real staple. I mean
No, I know.
we have
That's
to
not the
come up with
point.
this disguise.
I-
So
Can we?
you have to look like this guy. That's
It has to
non-negotiable.
happen.
What?
Unless you think you can cut out your picture from your ID and slap it onto his card.
I think we could do that. I think it's easier to fashion that than fashion facial hair
Okay,
that
so
doesn't
here's a
exist.
question: are these cards like laminate, like, or are they just like certificates of paper?
All right, so the card themselves is like a very rough parchment. Though on the back of it, so the front of the card is obviously the picture of you, name, occupation, right? The back of the card has a like runic symbol on it.
But is the card made out of like paper?
It's
Yeah,
made out of
like-
like a
Made out
hard
of,
stock.
Like Okay, so it's like just a very thick paper.
Yes. Kind of like a papyrus type of deal.
Okay, so it wouldn't be impossible to replace the pictures and just put Yahoo's picture on the transportation guy's card.
No, it is not impossible.
Okay,
Is
but
anybody
how...
here really good with their hands? And or good at arts and crafts?
Oh, would that fall under performance?
I would be willing to bet it's probably a sleight of hand check because you literally have to use like scissors to like cut out the thing and like put the new
Well,
one in.
wouldn't that be
like a
Yahoo
line.
then? He's literally the one that assembles like most of this stuff, right? So like,
Yes, I'm unironically
Yahoo.
trying to get Connor to look at his character sheet, but he's probably too busy looking at something else.
Sorry. Could you say that again?
oh my god, I'm going to
All right. Sorry.
scream.
Yeah, you see
I
how
know, I'm sorry.
prophetic I am with this?
Okay.
I know when
Okay.
he's
Okay.
paying
Okay.
attention.
Okay. Just repeat.
Are you good with your hands? Could you cut out
yeah, I'm sleight of
image,
hand.
your image from your ID and put
Yes.
it on to this new one so that we don't have to make you a disguise?
I think so. Yes.
Do you think that would be easier than making you a
Yes.
disguise?
Yes. Because again, I don't have anything near here that says make a disguise. I also don't know how I would make facial hair unless the only thing I was gonna say is if you think it's worthwhile to like we just raw dog persuade it or like intimidate the shit out of this like whoever would think otherwise of who I am. I feel like our best plan is to I don't know, do something else. Like I don't know what else to say. Like I just don't think that was the play.
I mean, first of all, I don't think any of us has a disguise kit, and second of all,
But I mean, yeah.
Well,
but
you don't need a disguise kit to apply a disguise. A disguise kit just makes your disguise more convincing.
does it?
Yeah, a disguise kit is like makeup.
Disguise.
Like, you can make yourself look like, a clown with like a professional costume and
Yeah,
makeup
like, I
that would be
can-
in your
you know,
kit. Alternatively,
I
you
can
can go into
change
like
my
the
haircut.
kitchen. Yeah, you can go into
Or,
like the
like, wear
kitchen, grab a
different
bag of
clothes.
flour and like throw it on your face.
Patrick
Yeah,
Cosmetics hair dye and small
Uh,
props lets you to create disguise that change your physical appearance. Proficiency with this kit lets you add your.
Yeah, it's a kit full of like items. It's like a healing
weird.
kit. A healing kit doesn't heal people. It gives you supplies to make healing items.
Okay, so what's the plan here? Like,
We use your ID, cut out your
Okay.
face, and then we stick it on this guy's ID. But it has to be very convincing.
Well, I don't think it has to be entirely convincing because all you have to do is show the ID to somebody and then look vaguely like the picture you're trying to show them.
Can
Right.
we just scratch out the picture and try to get a new card?
Okay, but
That
how
is-
would we do that?
Scratch the photo out?
I don't think it's really that complex. I honestly think that cutting out the picture of Yahoo and just putting it on the new card is going to be fine. Provided that he's deft enough with his hands to make the surface of
+7.
the card feel flush when he's done tinkering with it, then I think, we're going to be perfectly fine. I think what we truly have to think about is assuming we get this ID dilemma figured out, how are we going to get the items into the truck? Because presumably Yahoo can bring the truck to the factory. So let's not get caught up on forging the ID. Let's assume that's done.
Okay. So what? The next plan is how are we getting items onto the truck?
Yeah, when is the truck going to show up to the factory, and how are we going to get items onto it?
My thought or assumption was that we would take the truck after it's loaded with items already.
Yeah, I think the most sound plan would be simply that Yahoo, brings the truck to the factory on a loading day. The truck gets loaded up, and he just drives off. I think that would be the easiest and most sound thing. That way we don't have to We don't have to try and load it in the middle of the day. All we have to do is make sure the truck gets out of the factory.
Okay.
I mean, is there a way that you guys could coordinate knowing what's going to be on what truck from you and Marie's job?
I do think that it's possible for us to know what goes out during what shipments. I don't know if we can get information as specific as what exact items are on which exact truck, but I do think we can interpret that if so many items are going out on a given day, then it's likely that we will get some of them.
You're also
we
aware
know-
that Tuesday is like the big delivery day, where like the
Yeah.
big shipment of all the products that you are creating are being shipped out.
What is the current day of the week?
Friday. Like you're in Friday night going into Saturday morning.
I forgot what day was it? Like the last time, or like today? Like what day
It's-
is it right now?
It's currently Friday. It is
Friday
Friday
night.
night, and we are at home discussing how to steal from the factory.
Okay, I remember that I wrote like last session that I said that the next big shipment was on Tuesday. It was like sending out small 50 pieces of armor and like swords on like 2 separate days. So like I found the notes and I remember that what asked specifically the days were. So the swords is on the 10th. I don't know what day is it in the game. And then the armor is on the 13th. The large pile is on Tuesday. Both the armor and the swords are going to the Terran Guard's residence. So I'm putting that out there. So
Here's a question: do we work on the weekend?
Yes.
yes, we work
Alright.
all day every day.
Yeah, you work 7 days a week. Also, so the day you found out that information, right? That was today, which would still be Friday. So it's Friday the 8th.
So like the biggest thing is Tuesday, and then like the 8th, so 9, 10.
So you when you were looking at your stuff, you discovered 2 minor shipments that were going out. On top of like the one major shipment that goes out on Tuesday.
Yeah, if we go on Tuesday, we'll get a lot of junk, and that's what we need, right? Like, I think, let's see, if today's Friday, Saturday, Sunday will be the 10th, and that's the armor shipment, correct?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. So I think it would be...
Actually, no. The 10th is the swords, and then 3 days after that is the armor.
Okay, sure. It doesn't truly matter. We just
Yeah.
know that there's a shipment on the 10th. So what it might be worth doing is it might be worth having Yahoo do the transportation route on the 10th so that he knows what to do come Tuesday, which should be the 12th. And we can just get all that junk onto his truck and take it somewhere. Because I also believe when did we start working? Tuesday?
You started
Monday?
working Monday.
Yeah, Monday.
You worked
Yeah,
one
we
day,
know that-
then the major shipment happened.
We know that Morbius is going to come back and meet us on Monday. Right? Because he was going to come
Mhm.
back 1 week into our thing to check on us. And at that time, we can ask him where he wants us to drop the stuff off, because we're going to have like a ton of stuff, you know? That way, Yahoo can know where to take this stuff after he's already done his practice run of delivering to the Terran Guard residency, right? That's where it's all going on Sunday. There you go. And I think that would be the most sound plan. So unless anybody has some objection or would like to propose a different plan.
Yeah.
Did we get the route, the literal route on like paper or whatever yet?
No,
where I have to
you did
go.
not.
Okay.
Well, since you're in transportation, you can just say you're kind of new and just ask for the route, and presumably they'll hand you a map or tell you directions.
I feel like the last time I tried to persuade that I was new or some shit, I got my
Yeah, the
ass
last
beaten
time you did
into-
that, you also didn't give somebody an ID. This time you have one. Okay, it's gonna be easy.
All right, pray to God my persuasion roll fucking rolls, Tom. If I get my ass beating, dude, I'm haunting you as
You
a
don't
ghost.
have to
I'm just
persuade
saying.
anybody. You have an ID. Just give them the name on the ID. Say, yeah, this is me. I'm new. Where do I go? What are they gonna do? Tell you to be precognition? Like,
All right. Okay, fine.
so
All right, so if that's your guys' plan, we can kind of break this down because we don't need to go day by day. So, is there anything that anybody wants to accomplish before Yahoo does his first trip for the armor or for the weapons?
I remember on Thursday, the 7th, in the game.
Yep.
When I was investigating Karen's desk, I found a transaction history receipt book under his desk with 75 gold.
Yes.
And I want to more closely analyze that book to see if I can break down what it is. Like, I want to try and get to work kind of early. You know how
Like kind of what Genevieve was doing earlier, but you want to go even earlier than that.
who was the guy who works with me and Genevieve?
Asher?
Yes.
Asher.
Yeah,
Yes.
sure, yeah.
I remember Asher was there super. Well, technically I don't know this, but I'm going to use this as a reference. Asher was there before Genevieve, and Genevieve went early. I want to be Asher levels early.
Yeah, so Genevieve got there 5 minutes early. And, had 5 minutes to fumble around with Asher watching her back. You're unaware
wanna
of how
try to be
early
there, like-
Asher was there for.
I want to try to be there like 10 minutes early. I want to have a lot of time to flip through the pages of this book and basically try and copy it.
Okay. Does anybody else want to do anything else? As
I want to try
that's going down.
read that diary that Mrs. Patterson had upstairs. She seemed like there might be something in there.
All right,
I want to
so
read
how,
her diary.
how are you going to go about doing that? Are you going to try to get in there early? Are you going to try to break in the night?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get there early.
That works.
Maybe.
All right.
Maybe she leaves it there. That's my. If she doesn't leave it there, then I'm fucked.
All right. Genevieve, is there anything you're trying to accomplish then?
No, not really. If Trisha's gonna do that, I think I'll probably just go on my day naturally. I don't want to put Asher through hell anymore, so.
Okay, then I'm gonna ask Genevieve to show up just a little before Terrence, so that I know when you walk through the door, I have to stop everything that I'm doing and go to my desk.
Okay, I'll be the watch.
So you're like
Yeah.
my watchdog. You're like my timer.
Yeah, I'll take Asher's place. I gotcha.
You can show up whenever, just as long as you show up before Terrence.
Okay.
And then as soon as you walk through the door, I'm model student.
Okay. Alright, I guess that's my plan then. Yeah.
All right. That works out. All right.
All
so
we have to do is get Yahoo practice getting onto the transportation and showing up at the factory or whatever on Sunday.
Is the
That's-
transportation back over here, by the way? Like where my hand is?
it's
Like,
a
where
completely
would I
different
enter?
facility.
Oh, okay.
All right, so we'll play it out. Herb will do his thing. Attrition, you'll do your thing, and then Yahoo will attempt his first day at driver school.
Yay!
All right, so
believe it.
Herb, you're getting, you woke up a bit. How early are you trying to get here?
Let's try like 40 minutes before it opens. I want to be there.
All right, so you're like up before the sun is even coming up.
Oh, perfect.
How are you just gonna like go down, like wear your clothes, go down the street, and just go?
I'm gonna shoot. I don't know. There's nothing at the apartment for me, so I'm gonna be a little. I'm not gonna be cautious inside the house, but once I'm outside, I'm gonna look around, see what's going on the night previous.
All right, yeah. So
As well.
peeking your head out of the apartment entranceway, looking up and down the street. Um, it's pretty much empty, except you see a single lone figure, kind of like almost zombie-like, trudging down the middle of the street. You hear the clacks of the heavy armor that they're wearing. You see the massive tower shield on its back, and it's kind of like dragging like a great sword as it trudges onwards.
Is it headed toward me or away from me?
It's headed away from you down the street opposite of the factory.
And is there anyone else on the road?
That is the
No.
only thing you see on the road.
All right. I'm gonna go toward the factory, but
Alright,
I'm
go
going
ahead.
to stick to the side of the road.
Go ahead and give me a sneak check.
Hold on. Yeah, all right. That's a set.
All right. So you sneak around the corner of the entranceway, and you're beginning to walk offwards. But that figure, you paid a little bit too much attention to him as you were moving and trying to do the both things at once, and your foot catches a ledge as you kind of like crouch down to hug a building, and a couple like rocks are kicked off and kind of spread across the main street, making a little bit of a noise. You see the being that was walking down the street pause, and it begins to turn around to face you. What are you doing?
Oh. Am I close to a corner, or am I like just?
You're
set?
probably like 5 feet from the next alleyway.
And there's just nothing between me and that thing.
Yeah, no, you're like back up, pressed against a building in the middle of the street.
It's night out.
Yep, it's night out.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit the deck and get real small.
What do you mean? Like you're gonna hit the ground and like try to?
Like lay down in the prone position and just stay still and just like hug the side of the building. Just pretend like I'm not there.
All right, so I'm gonna let you know that if you don't take any action, you are going to be seen because there's nowhere to hide.
Okay,
Oh,
all right. Well then, I guess I'm just gonna. I'm guessing it's either I run back to the hotel or I keep going.
Well, there is an alleyway. Like I said, 5 feet. Like so, behind you is the entrance back into the apartment complex. 5 feet in front of you is the gap between the next building and the apartment complex that you can like get into somehow if you can do it.
I'm just gonna jump for the alley. Fuck.
All right, go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh. Yeah, that's a solid 4.
Yeah, so as the being on the street is turning around, you kind of like do like a Superman jump to like try to get into the alley, and you kind of fall like a foot short and make a big kerthunk as you hit the ground, failing your jump. Are you wearing like armaments? What are you wearing?
I'm not wearing anything, and even if I were, it wouldn't matter.
All right, yeah. So you kind of thunk on the ground, and at that louder noise, the being fully turns its attention onto you. And beneath its like black facade, you see a pair of beady, glowing red eyes lock onto you.
I'm
Oh,
fucking dead.
that's nice. How far away is it from me?
It's maybe 40 feet down the street from you.
And I've got like 5 feet to the
You,
hotel.
you're like you're maybe like 10 feet from the hotel entrance now, and you're a foot away from the alley entrance.
Yeah. I think I'm just gonna.
So I'm gonna ask you to go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh no.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Alright. Tell me you just got a 20.
I just got a 20.
That's fucked up. Alright, well, I'm a 15. Alright, don't worry, guys. I could take out a Coyote all by myself. Don't worry about it.
All right, so as it locks its gaze onto you, you hear like it's not like a screech, but you see it like throw its head back, and just like a feeling of impending doom reaches you as you hear this like shrill abyssal cry, like itching at the back of your brain, though you haven't heard anything physically. And as it locks its gaze onto you, you just see it like full like zombie mode, just completely start hurtling it at you. And it reaches back with what would be its shield arm and grabs something small and glowing in red from its like bandolier and throws it in the air at you. Go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw here.
17.
All right, yeah, so, on the ground, you kind of roll out of the way as you see this glowing red thing kind of collide with the apartment building behind you, and you see an entire, 2 feet in diameter, just, perfect sphere from the wall completely disappear.
What disappeared?
Like
A chunk of the wall.
A 2 foot, or a 2 feet diameter sphere from the wall just disappeared.
Oh. Can I jump through it? Or are we just fuck it, I'm just fighting this guy.
So
I'm gonna get sent into the ether realms because of a spear, but we got
it didn't fully make a hole in the wall. It made a spherical dent. So here, I can draw it out for you. So if this is the wall, the throne thing did that. So there's a little baby hole right there.
Oh my god.
Oh.
And you would be prone right here. So it just went right over your head.
Eric, is there a way for you to run, brother? Run further away.
Yeah, so you're up here. You've got an alleyway, a foot to your left. You can run further down the street here. This wide open street. You still don't see anything besides that one guard in the middle of the street. What are you doing here?
Are we aware of what he's doing, by the way?
If he
No,
informed
we're
you.
asleep. We were probably aware that Herb wanted to go in early, but we can't
none
force
of this,
ourselves to
right?
wake up or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
While Herb,
Oh shit, I pushed a talk on. I'm sorry.
again, while we deal with this initiative, I'm gonna go to the restroom fast. Be back.
Alright, so you dodged his orb. What's going on?
Yeah, I'm running. I'm booking. I'm going to work. I've made a decision, and I will die by that decision. I'm getting to this job site, so I'm just gonna hoof it down the road. But first, I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on myself.
as your action. So you're not gonna dash. You're just gonna book it.
I thought dashing was a bonus action.
Only if you're a rogue. As a bonus action, you can take a cunning action, and you can dash as a bonus action.
So dashing is an action.
Yes. What is your movement speed?
30, I believe. Hold on, let me make sure. No, it's 25.
All right, so given your military history, I'm going to say that you're able to like gauge the speeds of things. And you can tell that eventually, if you just keep running normally, this Coyote is going to catch up to you.
God damn it. I feel like fighting it isn't a good option.
Probably not.
Fuck it then. I guess we're running back into the hotel. I'm gonna use my action to dash and run back home.
I'm back.
All right, so you can run back into the hotel. Are you running straight towards your room? Because I'm going to say, if you dash, you have 60 feet of movement. So I'm going to say that's enough for you to sprint straight up to your room if you wanted to.
Yeah, I'll just do that.
All right, yeah,
I'll
so
just go
you
back
sprint
to
up
it.
into your room. As you reach the doorway to go into your apartment building, you hear like the thundering footsteps and like the splintering of wood as the Coyote kind of like forces its way up the stairs at a rapid pace.
Oh,
So it's about
You
2
are
floors below you as you reach the door.
Oh my god. We're gonna
Like my
fucking
door?
die.
Yeah, as you reach your apartment complex door.
All right. Well, that's good. I'm gonna close the door calmly, then turn around and be like, "Hey guys,
Does
we
the
got."
does the splintering of wood wake anybody up? By the way,
Yeah,
We're in like a
as
silent room, right? Don't we still have like that spell thing going on that makes everything quiet?
what's his face?
Morbius.
Yeah, Morbius had activated that while you guys were talking.
Okay.
Like that was him doing that.
Well, regardless of that, hey guys, that giant splintering noise, it sounds like footsteps. It's totally coming toward us, and it's totally after me. So, we have a situation.
Yeah, so you guys heard the noise as it like it begins to like sprint up the stairs in like a mad dash. But Herb reaches you guys before you hear the noise. So he's the one waking you up, then you hear the noise, then he gives you that explanation.
so are we going to fight this guy?
We can. We can try. I'm with it, but I'm gonna need some help.
Should we fight this guy?
I mean, what the
It's-
alternative is hiding.
Well, I don't think hiding was a good idea. I mean,
Well, that's
I
what is
mean,
the
we
alternative, by
can.
the way? I mean, we don't have to fight it, but I just like, are we gonna like? Does it know where he is? Like, can we like?
I don't
hide
think
in
it
our-
knows where it might, but I feel like we should at least ready ourselves in case it does know.
Well, the main issue, the main thing I'm trying to get at here is like, will this thing just like, does it know what it's looking for, or like, because it's like a coyote, right? Like that's what.
Okay,
like,
so before you guys finish this conversation, Eric, is there anything else you want to do before your turn ends?
Yeah, I'm gonna cast.
You have a bonus action.
I can cast a spell though. No.
No, that's an action.
You,
So
you used your
chose to
action
dash.
to move.
Oh, that's not it. Hold up. All right, I'm going to cast.
5e tools. 5e dot
Some
tools.
bullshit on myself. I just want to know what. I'm going to cast Divine Favor on myself as a bonus action. It empowers me with Divine Radiance. My weapon attacks deal an extra 1d4 radiant damage on hit.
All right.
Why are you? What's that guy's name? that like that president or whatever. Like the impersonation or the impression you're doing. Who is that?
That was an impression.
I thought it was an impression.
I'm Richard Nixon. I don't know.
Yeah. Wait,
Go
was
go
it?
gadget.
No, fuck.
Penny. Go
I
go.
did not have sexual
Fuck.
relations with that woman.
All right, he's not Bill Clinton. I don't know who he is, so fuck.
Go
All right, so
go.
after you cast your divine favor, how exactly does that look? Well,
I
actually-
can tell you.
Actually, no,
I
I can
go-
describe it to you because
It's visual and it's speech.
yeah. So
So I go home in the
previously, you have no previous memory of, or you have a previous memory of casting like clerical holy magic beforehand, and you know the previous times you had casted it, it kind of had it in like a not so much blood red, but a very deep scarlet. But this time, and you're not sure why it changed, but this time it's like a deep purple.
Oh.
So that is something you know as you cast your divine favor. And as that's the end of your turn, go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw.
What?
That's a 17.
All right, yeah. So that
That's a 20. Or 19.
you know, you said 17.
19, sorry.
19?
I can't.
All right. So with that like itching that was at the back of your mind when you heard that like abyssal screech from the guard begins to fade. You know, as the itching goes away. And with that, everybody else who's in this room, go ahead and roll initiative.
Shit. Fuck. Okay. I have a 3! Wait.
12.
4. There you go.
Do I have to re-roll my initiative?
No, yours is good.
No, I have a 12.
Herb, what's your dex?
0.
I mean, not Herb, fucking attrition.
My dex is +4.
Yahoo, what's your dex?
It is.
Or my dex is an
plus 3.
18.
Connor, what's your dex? Like the
No,
number.
your actual
Plus-
score, sorry.
Oh, it's a 16.
All right, so as you guys are all woken up by Herb, and Herb, as you feel like this relief from the itching in the back of your mind, the frantic noises of the guard that was chasing you outside, while you don't hear like a cease of movement, but like the frantic wall smashing, like wood shattering pace of this thing just sprinting up the stairs decreases into like a slower gait as you hear it slowly begin to walk up the several flights of stairs. It's back to you, Herb. What do you do now? You just walked into your door. You hear it walking outside the door. It's like down the hall, coming past your door.
I'm going to take out my two-handed spear and I'm going to stand relatively close to the door. Probably like 10 feet behind it.
Okay.
And as soon as this guy comes in, I'm readying myself to initiate rage and start attacking this bitch. Actually, no. If I use rage, does that take me out of concentration?
Yes. I think it does.
Because
I
I
would make a
can't
ruling
cast.
and say it does, because you can't rage and be concentrated.
Okay. Yeah, you can't cast them or concentrate on them while raging. So I won't rage. I'll be at the ready, and as soon as I see it, I'm gonna run to stab that bitch.
All right, that takes us over to attrition then.
Oh, I'm also gonna put on my chainmail. I should probably do that.
Do you have time to do that? Doesn't it take like 5 minutes to put on a piece of armor?
Holy shit!
Yeah,
Really?
for something that's not like,
Yeah.
because you have to like buckle it in and stuff like that.
So unless
not
you're like
just
a
an
wizard
item
and you wear
track?
like no, so unless it's like you're like a wizard and you wear like a cloth robe, it's gonna take you like 5 minutes to like sit down and strap on your armor.
But it's chainmail. You just wear it like a dress.
No, I'm pretty sure chainmail takes 5 minutes. Plate mail takes like 10 minutes to put on. I'm pretty
God
sure.
dang. Fuck! I should have done that before I left.
Anyway,
Right.
I know I don't have time to put on my armor, so I'm gonna like I guess I'm gonna roll out of bed and I'm gonna try and get my bow out from under my bed and my quiver of arrows. And what does our like place look like? Are all of our beds in one room, or is there
Yeah,
like,
here.
or does like our bedroom feed into a common room?
So this is your doorway in. There's a wall here.
Okay, so I assume Herb is like here by the door.
I think Herb is here,
Okay, so he's here.
ready to like charge and stab it.
Okay, I'm literally gonna sit in this doorway, hopefully to where, you know, I can see the door. And I want to just sit here and I want to ready an action as my action. I'm gonna sit here in the doorway and I'm gonna point my bow at the door, and if this guard comes through the door, I guess I'm gonna be ready to hit it, just like with Herb. So
All right. With that, you ready your bow there. Yahoo. What are you doing?
I guess I will. Well, where are so Tom or sorry, Attrition had his like strapped under the bed, right?
Yeah,
His
that's because
weapon
he
was-
specifically placed them there. If you
Yeah,
haven't
so-
done that, then yours are just lying around.
Okay, then I'm gonna pick up my. I believe I have a hand crossbow. I'm not sure where I would have put. I'm gonna assume that I put it beneath my bed, my blanket. So I'm gonna take it out, and then I'm going to hide opposite of where Herb is. Like on the opposite wall.
Here, you can move your piece there. So Herb is facing the door.
So I'm gonna be like over. I guess I'll be like over here.
remember that.
There's a wall
that
dividing like
this
the
is a
bedroom
wall.
space.
Oh, okay, all right.
I'm
I
like
think
I'm
I'm
at the
gonna be able to-
doorway. I'm at the doorway in between the bedroom and the living room.
Is the
We can't occupy the same space, just so you're aware.
No, I know. I'm kind of thinking like how we should. You're also ranged, right?
Correct.
I feel like you should get out of the bathroom, out of the bedroom, and I feel like I should be here, facing here, and you should be over here.
Okay, may I ask where the guard is?
He is currently ambiguously in the hallway, so he's just
So-
out here somewhere.
Okay.
We are currently basically waiting for him to walk through the door, and we're trying to set up a surprise round against him. And if he doesn't walk through the door, then we're just gonna wait and hope that he leaves. At least that's my anticipation. I don't know what you all are doing.
Okay, so you're in the bathroom?
No, this is the bedroom. This is our shared
Or
bedroom.
bedroom? Okay, bedroom. And then Herb is in front of the door.
Yeah, he's basically in the living room, waiting for the door to open, and he's gonna charge the door.
Okay.
And I'm in this doorway, waiting for the door to open. And if the primary door opens, then I'm gonna shoot an arrow at whoever walks through
Okay.
it.
Sorry, I had talked to my mom, so I missed about literally everything that's going on.
You're good.
Alright, so what Yahoo's doing is...
I want to position ourselves. I want Attrition to position himself like in a way that like we can shoot this from like several angles. Can you, actually see the?
Yeah, where he is,
Can
he
he
can see
actually
the
see
doorway. Yes. He is standing in the door.
Then I want to stand over here.
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
And that leaves us off with Genevieve. What are you doing?
let's see. What am I gonna do here? Okay. Let's see. I feel like I want to stand. All right. Okay, I'm gonna stand in this corner. Okay. At this current position, can I see everybody?
Yes.
Okay, I'll stand here, and I think I'll cast. Where's my list? I will cast Bless on up to 3 creatures. So I will cast it on Herb, Yahoo, and Nutrition.
All right. What has to happen for that to happen, or you just do it?
I just do it. So you bless up to 3 creatures of your choice. Whenever a target makes an attack roll, before the spell ends, the target can roll.
All right, yeah. So that goes off. As you guys are all getting settled here, you hear the creaking of heavy footsteps, and the sound is no longer wood splintering, but it is like a dragging of like a heavy object against wood. And you hear it slowly trudging right up, and you hear it pause. And after a couple of seconds, it begins slowly trudging again. And this time, Herb, since you're like directly in front of it, you can tell it's directly in front of your door as it pauses. And then continues onwards. And like this, you hear it pause and start for the next 5 minutes until you hear it again turn around, and in another 5 minutes, go the opposite direction and descend down and out of the apartment building.
Well, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
I tried to get an early start today, and it did not work out. The early
Get it,
bird
though.
does not get the worm here.
Jesus
In
fucking-
fact, the early bird becomes the worm here.
Well,
So,
here's the conundrum question. Is that guard waiting outside for you to come back out?
it's highly probable, but like all workers, a break must come. And I don't know if OSHA exists anymore, or I don't know what OSHA is, but I don't think this reality has one. So he might take a break early too. You never know. I don't think he's gonna work overtime for my measly ass.
So to give you guys a frame of reference, that whole scenario took maybe about 15 minutes. And Herb, you woke up 40 minutes early, before sunrise. So you guys have about 15 minutes left before the sun begins to rise.
And 30 minutes before you have to get to work.
Yeah.
So I say we wait for 20 minutes and get our asses to work. It might have to do with that bell, though. Is there usually a bell in the morning that wakes us up?
Yeah, there's a blaring bell.
Yeah, I'm thinking that has something to do with it, too.
Yeah, so you guys all just gonna wait here?
I definitely am not looking outside.
I don't think.
I think we're okay to wait.
Yeah, I definitely don't think we have to push our luck here.
All right, yeah. So you guys all wait your time. As the sun begins to come up, you hear that blaring alarm sound off.
Officially, good morning.
And 5 minutes after that, you guys are ready to set off. As you
I was
hear,
gonna-
the noises of life beginning to stir around you.
Well, I'm gonna put my weapons away. Where I normally put them, tie them up
Yeah.
under my bed.
Myself up. Was it?
Under the blankets you go.
And I guess that failed. That mission failed. Sorry, boys.
Mission
Well,
failed.
we can
Get
still
them
be
next time.
we can still be early enough to work to get stuff done before the workday begins, just not as early as you want it to be.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So if you guys are all done here, you proceed on to the factory to begin your normal day here. As you guys are leaving, about 25 minutes before you even got to be in work, the streets are very sparse. You begin to see Tauren guards begin to emerge and like slowly meander down the streets. But you are like the largest group of individuals in the entire street, and you are just meandering your way through. You proceed unhassled as you arrive at the factory, and the individual guards standing guard at the factory kind of look at you guys in surprise as you showed up pretty early. All things considered, and he turns towards you. You guys are here early.
I pull out my ID and I show it to him and I said, look, the paperwork doesn't get itself done, okay? I gotta get to work.
Fair enough. Can't argue with that. And he ushers you in and he looks towards like the rest of you guys that are there.
Okay, well, wait. Pause. Am I supposed to... You said it's in a completely different building,
Yeah,
right?
you might need to ask him where to go.
Hey there, it's my first day here. I'm working as a transport driver for deliveries and shipments. Do you happen to know where I should be or where I should be headed out for?
Where are you?
No,
so
no. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to the guard.
Oh, okay.
The-
First day, huh? Where you at? You got your ID?
Yeah, I hand him my ID.
All right, he looks it over and he goes, one of the lucky ones in transport. Got it nice and easy. Make sure other people don't see that. But then he takes a couple steps forward from the doorway and kind of points down the street. It's kind of like a curvy street, so you can't see straight down it. But he goes, yeah, if you follow down this street here, you're going to come across the building with all the rest of us Tauren guards. If you head even further past that, you're going to come across this really large, like, rectangular building. It's got, like, several those big metal doors that they got over at the factory. You know what I'm talking about? There's, like, a small entrance to the left of that. And you just head straight through there. That entire building is all for transport.
Okay. Alright, where should I put my character, Mike? I don't actually know where you want me to. I'm gonna.
You can
walk
just keep it off
towards
to the
that direction.
side as you
Okay.
you proceed down the street in the direction that he pointed. For the other two, are you guys just going to show your badges and walk past?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So as you guys are entering here, as we discussed before, it's give or take a 10-minute walk to the factory. You guys are here about 15 minutes before the shift would normally start. So the place is almost entirely empty with the exception of like a few guards kind of hanging out in their posts, all yawning, not doing anything. They're not super attentive at the moment. So we'll start off with Genevieve and attrition. What are you guys doing?
I guess I'm
gonna-
just following attrition. 'Cause...
Yeah, I'm gonna go into, the office or whatever. This place. My line tool is not working.
Yeah, so you're going over here.
Yeah, I'm going over here, and I'm gonna go to the desk, and I'm gonna look under the desk, and I'm gonna hit that button that I found last time.
I will keep watch.
And I'm just gonna say, let me know if you think Terrence is coming or anything, and I'm gonna stop immediately,
All right.
and I'm gonna try and pull out that receipt book that Terrence had. Or it wasn't a receipt book, it was like a book of transactions that he had done, and it was like some gold pieces.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, yeah, so Genevieve, you see him pretty much walk up to the desk, give you that spiel, and hit a button, and you see a hidden compartment that you didn't notice before kind of slip out. For attrition, you got a glance of it before. It had a couple of initials, your initial like first quick glance through it. Now that you can sit down and truly like study it in depth, yeah, there's just a large list of commodities, gold prices, and initials. Like you saw before as you were glancing through, the most prevalent ones were NJ and BR.
Hang on. NJ and BR, most prevalent. Okay.
Though, as you have the time to sit through it now and you're searching through it, the largest numbers. So most of the sales are in small amounts, anywhere between, maybe 5 and 15 gold. But there are several transactions in the hundreds of gold that kind of catch your attention. And for these ones, for the commodity section, instead of having like something written as a good, you just have a name in the commodity section. So the first one, there's only several of these entries. The first one is the name Tyler.
Hang on. First one is Tyler. Okay.
All right, yeah. And next to that, you see a markation for 500. And it has the initials GF.
Okay.
Then the next one you see is a name Melissa. And that one has 700 with the markings GF.
Okay.
So those are the like two most notable transactions for the largest amount within that little black book there. You do notice that the small pouch of coins that you had found last time now only contains 40 gold in it.
Sure. I'm not particularly after the gold, so I don't care, but I will note that it only has 40 pieces.
And right at the very bottom of your piece of paper, or at the book, you see a new entry that you also had not noticed last time. And this one has listed 2 swords and 5 gold for it. And it has the initials BR, which is one of the more prominently used ones.
Okay.
So are you going to copy down this whole book?
I'm going to copy down as much as I can, starting from the end and work backwards so that I have the most recent stuff.
All right, yeah. So copying from here on out. One other name that is notable to mention is you see the initials MS. And in the commodity section, you just see the words info.
Uh-oh.
And
This is probably Mason.
And for the transaction fees for that one, it's usually anywhere between 50 and 100 gold.
Okay.
So yeah, you were able to copy down all of the most recent transaction history, probably within like a month before, the day begins to peter on here. And is there anything here else that you wanted to do? You have a couple of minutes left after copying down all this contents.
Once again, I'm going to jostle the drawers on the desk to see if they open in case Terrence didn't lock them this time.
Yep, so as you proceed to tassel with these, they are all still locked, with exceptions of the ones that were opened the previous time.
Okay. Again, I'm just going to pull on them a little bit, see if they just come open. If they don't come open, obviously I'm just leaving them.
Yep,
I'm
so
not going to try and brute force them open or anything.
with the exception of those two before, the rest remain closed.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna get up and be like, all right, got what I came for.
Okay.
And as you say that to Genevieve, Genevieve, since you're paying attention to the door here, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Okay. Fuck me, dude. I got a 5.
All right, so with that 5, you're kind of you look at attrition as he gives you, the okay that he's just finished up what he was doing, and with that, the door that you were kind of had your back to kind of pushes into you as you stumble forward, and you see Asher walk into the room. As you see as attrition's like getting up from under the desk, and
what the
he
fuck?
looks around. And he goes, "Whoa, I'm sorry. Wait, what? Why are you guys here so early? And why are you?
Gotta get the work done.
But we don't get work until Terrence gets here."
If you think Terrence is the only one who is capable of giving out work, I got some news for you.
Fair enough on that one. Why were you standing in front of this door, Genevieve?
Just
To make sure Terrence doesn't come through. I'm not saying that, I'm not yelling, but I'm like, to make sure Terrence ain't here.
Asher, remember how I asked you to keep watch for me? I'm doing the exact same thing here, but
With that, he kind of quirks an eyebrow, and
He quirks an eyebrow. I pop the book out from the compartment and I say, I'm looking at this, and I pop it back in. And I say, you want to look at it? You show up early next time.
He opens his eyes, his eyes go wide, and he looks at you, and he kind of closes the door hurriedly behind him, and he goes, "What the hell was that?"
Paperwork, dude. I gotta get my work done.
Last time I checked, paperwork isn't in a hidden compartment under the boss's desk.
Well, be a little more observant next time.
You are really trying to sell this, Tom, aren't you?
I'm not trying to sell anything. I told him that I was looking at something on the desk. I don't think Asher's gonna sell me out.
I know.
Yeah.
I hope not.
He has no reason to.
True.
So, as you show that, he kind of walks forward into the room, and he opens the compartment in the same way you do, and he opens the book and kind of skims through it. He goes, "The hell is this? Just a bunch of crap."
It's transaction history. I wrote it down so I can look at it later.
Well,
I don't know what it's for, but there's some stuff here, and I think it's worth looking at.
I was hoping it was to be something a little more fun, and he closes the book and slides it in. As he does, he hears the jingling of coins.
If you take that gold, Terrence is gonna whip us. You leave that there.
He won't even notice.
No,
Yeah,
you
come on,
better
it's
not
He
free
take
definitely
gold.
will. He wrote something in it this morning. He checks that every day.
it. You better not take it. You better not take it.
Asher, if you take that gold, we're not friends anymore.
He kind of looks at the two of you.
I'm telling you, he checks that every day. Yesterday there was 75, today there's only 40. He's gonna know if you take something.
Asher, don't you dare.
I know you're smart, that's why you work here. Don't take that gold.
You don't want to get whipped now, do you?
Fine. And he closes the cabinet. But he goes, next time I'm behind on work, you guys owe me. Big time.
I can try, Asher, but I'll admit, dude, I'm kind of stupid, right? I'm probably not gonna be the best at helping you. That's a fair warning. I'll try,
I
but
can't
I
make
can't
any
promise.
promises, but I will try my best.
Look, all I'm saying is that when I'm behind on the work, one of you guys is going to take those papers from me. Because I sure as hell ain't going to get whipped. And I know for a fact that whatever the hell was in there, that's a whipping material.
Yeah, you're about to get whipped over some, 2 gold pieces, bro? Give me a break.
All right.
Now hush up before Terrence shows up.
Yeah, and as you say that, you hear the commotion of as the larger flood of people, begin to enter the factory. And, you guys all sit at your designated spots there as the room fills up. So cutting over to Herb. You got your early 15 minutes here. What's the plan? Herb, hello.
Eric,
is
you're
there?
on Push to Talk? I don't know if you remember or not.
Why would Terrence sell information to Mason? And who's BR and who's GF?
Find out next time on Total Drama Island.
Well, I'm gonna ask Morbius when we get to him tomorrow, or on Monday or whatever.
All right, so we'll cut over to
Yeah,
Yahoo.
you just-
then.
Yeah,
Alright.
yeah. All right.
So you
Wait,
follow the
so-
guard's instructions, and you're walking down the
Okay.
road.
I don't know where you want to put that, but
Yeah, when it becomes prevalent, we'll
all right.
We'll draw
all right,
some
I'm just
after
gonna
you.
sit in this box.
Yeah. So walking down the road, the closer you get to like that stronghold of Tauren personnel, the more dense the guard presence is. So at this point, the amount of like citizens walking down the street is maybe like a third of the amount of guards currently just walking around. And
Okay, so there's just a shit ton of guards walking around. Is what you said?
Yeah.
What you're saying?
And besides your uniform, which is like a very distinct blue that we talked about before, there are only like a couple of people in that blue uniform. The rest of the ones that you see are wearing distinct reds and yellows, and they're kind of disseminating to different areas. You see the people in like yellow attire, they're kind of going towards like that large spire that was out in the distance. And you're not exactly sure where the red individual are going. They're kind of like going all in every direction, and you're not really sure what's going on with that. But eventually, after around a 5-minute walk, you manage to get to like that large square building with a whole bunch of those garage doors that that guard had told you about. And you see like a handful of blue people walking in through like a side entrance next to those large doors.
I guess I will walk. I'll try to. Well, you said that there's like a hand. There's not like a handful, but there's only like a few people that have the same thing that I have on, right? Same uniform.
Yeah.
Uniform.
Mhm.
Can I want to walk up and stop one. Like to like say like hey, or like try to intro, or like tap them on the shoulder or something, get their attention type thing.
Yes, you walk up and call to one of the guys that's half a step into the doorway.
Mhm.
And he kind of looks over and looks at you and goes, yeah?
Hey, it's my first day here. I'm supposed to, or I'm looking for the what is it? The delivery / transportation shipment department or building.
You got an ID?
Yeah, and I hand him my ID. Man, these people are real fucking Scrooges. No one has. Yeah, I hand him my ID.
Do you hand him it or do you like flash him it? Because keep in mind that your portrait does not match your face.
What did I do with the other guard?
You just showed it to him and said, "I'm in transport."
I'm gonna do, no, but I mean, is that a flash or a hand? That's the thing. Like, if it was a flash, then I'm gonna flash it to him.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm
You just-
asking you. What are you doing?
You
Well,
just,
no,
like,
I mean,
show-
what did
you
I-
just
that's
show
what
it
I'm
to him. You're not handing it to him. You just say, "Yeah, I'm in transport."
Yeah,
Just
I'll
act
show
like
him.
you belong.
Yeah, no. I was just asking what I did here. I was just gonna do what worked last time. You just said showed, so I was like, okay. All right, I
Alright,
showed
yeah,
him
so
my
you,
ID.
you like hold it up like a cool Yu-Gi-Oh card and show him that you have one. And he nods and goes, "So your first day, new here?"
Yeah, I'm trying to. I mean, I don't really understand. I don't know any of the routes yet, or where I'm really supposed to be. All I was told was to be at this building kind of early, as I am here now.
Lucky kid. It's the best damn job you can get in this place. Follow me. And he kind of like nods his head towards the door as he walks in. And as you walk in, you see a massive garage. And you see several black metal boxes. Pretty much, you see 10 of them, and they're all lined up. So in 2 rows of 5. In front of that area, you see a small little like seating area. You see several other individuals in blue uniforms. And you see one larger guy. And he appears to be talking to the small group, and he's got a clipboard in hand and is jotting things down. And as you're walking up, the guy that was talking to you goes, name's Jordan. That guy over there, and he points to the guy with the clipboard. That's Johnny. He runs the place. Make sure to stay in his good graces. Because no matter what the other guys think, his opinion's final. And trust me, this is where you want to stay. You got the other guys working in mines. Some of those fuckers are just stuck in the smithy all day. Trust me, shit sucks.
I kind of like chuckle. I guess like nod, like in agreement. I'm just gonna make like some small talk. So like, I'm just gonna ask. So how long have you been doing this? This whole shtick.
Been at it for a couple weeks. It's actually pretty easy. We actually only drive a couple days a week. Most of the time we just kick it around in here. Make sure not to make a fuss or anything. Now let me tell you, transporting that stuff is, whew. I don't want to be in charge of that. Thankfully, we only get to do that once a month.
So then, what are we actually? So we are shipment drivers, though, right? Like, so if we only got to do it once a month, so like, what should I be doing now?
Well, we only transport the materials to wherever the fuck the people want them once a month. And it's a lucky day for you. That happens to be today. But we transport the goods. Yeah, how familiar are you with magic, kid?
Not very.
All right. I can give you a dummy explanation here. So, you see those boxes over there? And he points like the large black metal boxes.
Mm-hmm.
So those things float with the magic. And you see the little compartment up front? And there's like a small like chariot-esque compartment in the front there. That's where we control them. And it's pretty easy. You just think and it reacts. I've never seen anything like it. If we had that kind of stuff, probably wouldn't have lost the war. You know what I'm saying?
I see.
But yeah, you just take one of those control runes over there that Johnny's got on his belt. We take them, do our deliveries, come back. If we get the big load, we shove it into the portal in the back there. And that's it. It's a clean job.
So, when you said today we get to do the delivering or like the transporting of the goods to the specific wherever we get told, right?
Oh no,
so how
pal! Today's the portal day.
Oh, huh. Okay. What about like all those trucks that I see kind of going around? What day is that?
Oh, we do deliveries every day between the different places here.
Okay. Just as an aside, this guy he's not like a supervisor or something, is he?
No, the supervisor is Johnny, the guy that he pointed out.
Yeah, okay. Okay, this is kind of weird because I don't have like a frame of reference of like what else is here. Is there like a workstation I like can walk to and like mingle with like the other workers that have to do their shit here?
So there's like a common area in front of so here, like if you draw it out, the entire building is just a big box. It's like not to scale, but like if this is it, like this is all garage doors lined like this entire wall here. All the cars are like, whoops.
And then the portals are where?
There's a large room, like in the back here.
So separate. Okay.
Yeah. And there's like a gate here that opens. And then like here, there's like a sitting area. And that's where like you see like the guys kind of just hanging out.
But so today is like portal, right? So that's that's what they said. It's like portal day, right? So
Yeah,
I
that's what
should
they
head
said.
Back to the portal.
Well, you see all the people there, like talking and with Johnny, and the guy that you were talking to. He's kind of you're both moving in that direction to join that group. So if you don't do anything now,
Okay.
the next thing will be you joining that group.
All right, I'll go join the group.
All right, yeah. So you guys continue on your walk there. Couple seconds later, you're in the group and you hear Johnny rattling off pretty much routes to the different people and telling them what they're delivering today. And looking at after he finishes, he turns, sees the two of you coming along, and looks at you and goes, "So, pal, you a new face going on over here? What's the deal? You got your ID and stuff?"
I flash him again. It's my first day. Just trying to figure out how things work around here.
All right, I like that attitude, kid.
Okay.
Well, I guess we'll pair the two of you guys up since this is your first day. You guys can go at it together. He'll show you the ropes. He's a pretty good one at it. It's he flips through a couple papers. What's your name? Carl?
Is he asking for me?
Yeah, he's talking to you.
Oh, it's it's Yahoo.
Yahoo. Yeah, begins to flip through his papers more. He goes,
Oh wait,
you sure? I don't got a Yahoo on here.
Wait,
pal.
fuck.
Can I see your ID?
Wait. Sorry, frog in my throat. I looked down at my ID.
Your ID says
God,
Carl
mine.
Henswick.
Carl, yeah, Carl.
Go ahead and give a deception check with disadvantage because that was horrendous.
Wait, my deception's really high though.
Well, you gotta roll, and you gotta roll twice and take the lower number.
Oh, I'm chilling. 11.
Uh-huh. Sure, pal. Let me see
come
that
on.
ID.
Are you kidding? What did he?
Oh, you know how much easier it could have been if you just said sorry, old nickname, and just said name
you
Carl.
say something then, asshole?
Because I can't play your character for you, Connor.
All right. Okay.
So he takes your well, are you handing him your ID?
Yeah, I'm just gonna comply.
All right, yeah. So he takes it and begins to inspect it, kind of like holds it up and then looks at you and then looks at the ID and he goes, "So, buddy, are you sure this is your ID?
Yeah.
You know what happens
very
to
nonchalant.
people who steal IDs, right?"
Yeah. I'm gonna act very nonchalant, like very casual, like matter of factly, like yeah, of course this is mine.
So, can you explain to me why in this ID picture here, you got a beard, you got blue eyes, and you don't look like this at all?
Can I ask real quick? When do these ID photos get taken?
You have no idea. The photos, the IDs you got were provided to you by Morbius.
Well, all right. I'm gonna, like back in character, like talking to the guy. Well, I think it was time for like a makeover. Wait, didn't you say his eyes are blue? My eyes are blue, Mike. You know that, right?
Oh yeah, I meant his eyes were green. The picture
Oh.
of the guy was green eyes.
So I'm gonna say very matter of factly. I mean, sometimes it's time for a change. And the difference was that I didn't have a beard, right?
You don't
I
have a
didn't have a
beard and you
beard.
don't have green eyes.
Maybe
Yeah.
the camera just it was
It's also
fucked up.
it's,
No,
it's,
no,
like-
what-
it's also somebody else's completely different face. So like, your facial structures are different. It's like if I handed you an ID with Eric's picture on it, and then I tried to convince you that I was Eric.
Dude, do we have the same hair color at least?
Just say something relatable. Say
He had dark brown hair.
Last or something. Just be like, "That's my prime." Sorry.
Yeah. Well, no, I was just gonna say, time for a change. It's time for change. What can I say? I'm waiting for his responses and to give him a response back to his
Okay.
response.
Yeah, so with you saying that, he like quirks an eyebrow at you. You see him kind of turn to like look at one of the corners of the rooms, and you see there are a pretty heavy guard presence here. As previously noted in the streets, there was a lot more guards there, and he kind of nods towards one of the guards, and they begin approaching. As he turns back towards you and goes, "Look, I can tell that this picture ain't you."
Are you sure? I mean, I don't understand why. Why do you think it's not me?
He like turns the picture, like turns the ID and points it at you, looks to the guy next to you, and goes, "Hey, does this look like that guy?" And the guy that was
This
sitting
is
next to you,
over.
the guy that was like talking
Does
to you,
this look like that guy?
Does
he
this
he
look
like tries to
Bro,
distance
you're-
himself from
Hold on,
you.
wait, no, before he does it. No, hold on. I'm gonna look back at him. I'm gonna look back at him and give him the 1,000-eye stare and be like, "Go along with this."
Go ahead and give me
The
an
guy who's being
intimidation
asked.
check.
It's not looking too good.
Wait, holy sh! Wait.
Damn, we almost had an actual way to solve this problem. And then
15.
Connor says, "Yeah, my name's not Carl. Sorry."
15.
15.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, so you're just gonna like deadpan stare at the guy next to you.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So he he looks at you, noticing your stare, and you kind of see him like tense up, and he looks at the picture, and he goes, I mean, I don't have my glasses today. I can't really,
This
I left
dude
them
could
at
be like,
home.
"You
Can
wear
I
glasses, Joe?
can I
You wear
re-intimidate him?
glasses, Joe?"
Can I re-intimidate him? I want to re-intimidate him.
How are you gonna
Really
re-intimidate him?
can't do- Yeah, you have to.
So you
Yeah, I'm gonna,
intimidate
like,
him with
motion-
your glare.
I'm gonna
So how are you gonna?
No, I'm gonna motion to him like the put a finger over your neck like
Like the
slice his
throat slitting?
Yeah.
So you realize the rest of the room can see you do these actions, right? Like you're in the middle of an open area.
You're digging your own grave. You're digging your own grave.
Oh my God, Connor.
Wait. Can I persuade the guy anymore, or is this like is he too far gone from persuading?
Who? Which guy?
The guy who's like the guy that I showed the ID to.
Are you talking about the head of the department, Johnny?
Yeah, Johnny.
How are you going to persuade? Like you have to give an argument. If you can think of an argument that could get you out of the situation, you can roll persuasion.
Hey Johnny, let me look back at that ID real quick. Would you kindly hand it back?
Listen, buddy. We both know I can't do that. This is clearly not your
No.
ID.
No. Yeah, no. So let me look at back. Maybe I really did misplace my ID.
So you're telling me you have 2 IDs?
No. You know, like you know, I bumped into someone on the way, in. You know, maybe we like you know swapped IDs on accident. You know, things happen.
You know what, pal? We can let the gods handle this one and figure out whether or not this is really your ID.
What would even the end game of that statement be, Connor?
I
The
don't
guy
know.
Says, yeah,
Go
we'll wait for
leave.
your ID to turn up, and then you literally have to
I
wait in
leave.
jail.
I leave, and then I come back later with a different ID. I don't know.
I hate to break it to you, that ID is the one way out.
So with that,
I mean, you fucked it up.
the guards that Johnny had nodded to before begin
All
to
you
walk
had to
up. There
do
are several
Was
guards there.
agree.
There are several guards there, and they walk up and they look towards Johnny. And Johnny kind of relays the situation. Yeah, this guy showed up, pretty sure this ID ain't his. I don't actually know who this guy is, and I don't know what happened to my previous guy. And the guards kind of bear down at you as they give you a murderous glare. And the lead guard there says, yeah, you're going to have to
just
come with
shrugged.
us.
Oh my god. Yeah, I
We,
comply.
you just had to fuck it up.
All right, so you go with them?
D&D is too cerebral for
All right,
Connor.
let me
It's
go.
not
With this.
Gotcha.
All right, you go with the guards, and they walk you down
Wait.
the.
Are there a lot of guards near me? Like as I'm walking down, are they in front?
You're surrounded
of
by
me,
5 guards.
all
They're
around.
they're in a pentagram around you.
Oh my god! Why is there a pentagram of guards for one? Oh my fucking god! Okay.
They take their shit seriously, okay?
Oh my god!
Yeah, so you are
One person.
walked out
Clearly
of the
you did
transport
not.
facility, and you go down the street, and eventually you end up at the Torngard stronghold.
Wait. The entire time during this, they're in a pentagram. There's not even like a break in. Like, a break
Can
in
you?
anything.
If you
Like, I'm
were,
trying to-
how would
I'm
you?
trying to
How would you
break
create?
away.
They don't have any like faults in their movements. But or how would you create that fault with your character?
I was gonna say like, what's that over there? like,
Look at an alien.
yeah, like a call out for something else that's like going on, like a commotion. But like, I basically just exited the building and now I'm just at the stronghold, so I didn't even.
Okay, yeah. So in between reaching leaving the transfer building and hitting the stronghold, you have an opportunity to do something if there was something you could or wanted to do. So what are you trying to do?
I'm trying to
So you're trying to
divert their
escape.
attention so I can escape.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you want to, yeah. So how are you going to create that diversion? What does your character have that can do that?
I mean, I could thieves' tool something, or I could. You know what? No, I don't have my hand crossbow on me.
You can make a break for it.
In a pentagram, what am I gonna do? Shove into one of them and then
I mean, that makes your commotion, yes.
All right,
I mean,
so
the commotion
your
is me,
thieves' tools have a small file, a set of lockpicks, a small mounted mirror on a metal handle, a narrow bladed set of scissors, a pair of pliers, and that's what you have in your thieves' kit.
What was the first thing you said?
A small file, like a nail file, but for metal, lockpicks, a small mounted mirror, scissors, and pliers.
All right, I'm gonna shot. Okay, can they see? Like, are they all like just staring straight?
Yeah, they're staring straight ahead.
All right, I'm gonna like pull out the mirror a little bit, and I'm going to throw it as hard as I can, like between the legs of like one of the people, so out behind them, and it's like gonna make like a big like shattering sound, and then I'm gonna make a break for it when there's like forestry.
Okay, to give you like a frame of reference, we'll do it in front of Marie here. If these are like the guards, I can actually physically do it here. So you're in like the center of that circle. They're like this.
Okay, if I threw something directly in front of me, no one would technically, like, if I threw it underhanded in front of me, no one would see it, right? Like, the person directly behind me wouldn't see it and everyone's staring straight forward.
You can make a roll of sleight of hand so that you can attempt for nobody to see it.
Okay.
But
right.
before you do that, what are you trying to achieve with that throw?
A distraction where they're like, where they like start looking around, they're like, oh, what the fuck was that? Or like maybe off to the side. Like, I want them to like I want their attention diverted to the shattering of like a mirror. Right? Like, I think that's reasonable. It's like a loud fucking shatter sound. And they're like, what the fuck is that? And I'm gonna make a break for it.
Okay. Realistically, you're probably not going to be able to throw something without one of the people here seeing it. Unless you were to throw it forward.
That's what I'm saying. Like, throw it forward.
But if you were to throw it here, you still have 3 guards here, here, and here.
Yeah, no, but the idea is that they would all like rush up to see what the fuck it is, right? It's like they could be like when there's like a fucking shatter, everyone oh shit, everyone kind of like, you know, like,
Yeah, but they're not just going to charge forward and leave you behind.
I'm right in front, like I'm right next to them. They're probably gonna look at what's going on. I don't think it's unreasonable for them to break this specific formation when something literally lands right in front of them.
Yeah, if you it's like if you shattered glass here, they're not all going to run forward like computer NPCs.
No, I think like if it's that close, I think they'd want to be like, huh, like what's going on? Even if they don't run,
Yeah.
like
They can
even
go
if they
like,
all
oh,
don't
what
run,
was
like-
that? But they're not going to move from their spots. Like nothing is threatening
Really?
them from moving.
Alright, what if I do it to the side?
One of these 2 guards would see a projectile moving horizontally from you. The only reason you can throw it forward is because these people are slightly behind you and this guy's fully behind you. So you can, in a hand motion in front of you, throw something forward without either of these 2 guards knowing that you're throwing it.
What if I throw it really loudly on the ground? Like directly in front of me.
Well, your glass shattering noise is only going to make a single noise. I'm not going to say you can't do it, but I'm saying it's probably not going to achieve your desired effect. It's not a large enough distraction to accomplish what you're trying to do.
Okay, what if I throw everything out of my toolbox? Or my thieves' tools?
They would see it because then you have to like dig through your person and find these items.
Shit. Well, how about this? I mean, wait. Okay, so like, what if I so it's glass, right? One of them is a glass mirror, which is gonna make
Yeah.
noise no matter what. So what if I dropped one to be like right over here, right? It's gonna shatter no matter what. So like all I have to do is just let it go. Like my hand can be like extended to my side and I just drop it and it'll shatter, right? And then what if I throw like one of the metal tool things really loudly in front?
Well, you can't throw
it's like-
something loudly.
No, but like the
Like keep
second
in
I
mind, these
throw
are
it
all
to the ground.
these are all tools designed to like pick and break locks and like get past locked things. None of them are like loud instruments. They're all like thin metal instruments.
I mean, like the pliers.
And
are
even
going to
like,
be
so even if you were to throw like the glass, right, and it would shatter, that would just alert the guards. Like they would be
Alright.
more attentive and like paying attention to their surroundings, which would
Okay, is
give
there
you a
anything-
worse chance of escaping.
Is there anything else going on like the road or anything, like simultaneously?
Yeah, so as you're moving down this road here, it's been several minutes. So most of the people walking down the road at this point are gone. Though you do notice, those people in those red robes that are all running around, they're fully covered. So, like, you don't see any skin. Like, they have, like, the whole head shawl things. They have, like, those, like, geisha masks. Yeah, like those thin veils in front of their faces. And, like, they're completely covered robe head to toe. Those people are still scurrying about. There are a couple of them
Oh my God,
huddled
wait, I've
together
got it.
off to the side, and you see them, like, fiddling with something that's kind of bright. But besides that, the road is just guards and those red people.
Okay, I think. Okay, I've got it. I'm gonna throw the glass thing on the ground, right? The mirror on the ground, and or right before it, I'm gonna say like, "Hey, is that guy holding a?" Okay, like, fuck, like, there's like guns in this game, right? But it's like really, really expensive.
Yeah, they're like flintlocks.
Or like, hey, I'm gonna alert like, "Hey, is that guy holding a gun?" And then as I say that, like in simultaneous, like as soon as they like hear what I say, I'm gonna throw the mirror on the ground.
Wait, what are you saying?
I'm gonna throw the mirror on the ground, but I'm gonna say like, "Hey, is that guy holding a gun?" Like one of the guys that's like fully robed.
You should know that a gun does not sound like a mirror breaking. Like a gunshot.
You're just dead, dude.
Yeah, like I think your effort would be better spent trying to think of a way to justify why you have a fake ID.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can re-give you your surroundings. Again, there is a pretty heavy guard, like Tauren guard presence here. Besides the people running around in like the red robes, there's a small group of them that is like fiddling with something that's glowing off to your left. There's a caravan of guards on your right escorting like one of those large metal cages that you recall it to have been kind of very similar to the ones that you guys arrived in. But besides those two things, it's just a regular flow of guard. So I can even visually represent this here. So there's the large black, like, caravan that you guys arrived in. There's one of these kind going towards the building that you guys were referred to as the Chrysalis. And then there's that like huddle of red people kind of messing with something that's like glowing in between like a couple of them.
Can I? All right, how far am I from the headquarters?
You're about 5 minutes out.
Are there like any bushes or anything at a given moment? Or I'm gonna ask like, hey, fuck, 5 minutes out? How long have I been walking?
It's about a 10-minute total walk. You've been walking for about 4 minutes.
All right, I'm gonna ask and persuade. Hey, can I take a leak real quick?
The classic.
Yeah, can I take a piss? Yeah, you can piss in the fucking tree.
They're gonna say no. Keep walking.
But then I'm gonna pee my pants, and that's not gonna be very. Do you want pee in the headquarters? It's a fair. Hey.
I mean, I think if you piss yourself in the headquarters, they're just gonna beat you to death.
Well, then I'm not trying to pee.
But you've just asked to go pee.
I'm waiting for Mike.
Okay, so are you referring to the guard that like initially talked to you?
Any of them. I'm gonna say like, hey guys, gotta take a leak, otherwise I'm gonna
Major
pee in the
calls.
headquarters.
All right. Let me give these guys distinct colors then.
And to think, all you had to do was say yes. Name's Carl.
All right. So as you say that you have to pee, the guard that's an orange here, kind of looks over and looks at you, then kind of looks at the guard behind you, and like kind of shrugs his shoulders as he looks at him, and you hear a voice from behind you go, "No, keep walking."
But I gotta pee. I'm just gonna pee my pants. Is that it's kind of
Tell me a grown ass man can't hold in his bladder.
Well, I'd been waiting, and I was gonna get to work and pee, and then you kind of got taken out.
Yeah, something tells me you somehow got an ID for a job you're not supposed to be at.
Yeah, well, it was an honest mistake. I told you that
A
there's a good
mistake
chance
that
that
we
I
had.
bumped. It's an honest mistake. There's a good chance I bumped into someone, and maybe we swapped IDs. You check if anyone else has a missing ID too.
He puts a hand on your shoulder as the formation comes to a stop here in the middle of the road. So at this point, you guys are like you're right between the caravan and like those group of red robe people kind of fiddling with whatever that glowy thing is. And he puts his hand on your shoulder, and
Please let it be Morbius.
you hear
Please
a
let it be
dagger
Morbius.
being slid out of the hilt, and it's kind of pressed up against your back. And you hear like a cold whisper. You know who else has been turning up with fake IDs? The Renegades. Let's just say it won't be a pretty death for you if you're part of them.
It's over.
Listen. I'm just gonna turn around like very casually again and get like, what are you talking about?
All right, that one's actually good. That was a good one.
Yeah, thank God.
What am I talking about? The rebels. The people fucking with the order here.
Who? Oh, Eric's back. What the fuck, dude? If you had just gone, I wouldn't be in this shithole. God damn it, Eric.
What do you?
They skipped your turn, so now I got fucking interrogated because I fucking forgot my
you
name
got
was
interrogated
Carl.
because all you had to do when the guy said name's Carl, all you had to do was say yes.
No, my name's Yao.
I'm gonna look like extremely puzzled, like, buddy, I'm just trying to do the deliveries. I kind of got set up by like a friend of a friend, to get this position. I get that, maybe I've got a really nice position, but all this mumbo jumbo you're talking about, there's rebels and stuff. I'm just trying to drive.
Go ahead and give me a deception check.
I just want to grill, for God's sake.
A grill is a.
What'd you get?
Connor.
Hello?
Oh, sorry. 20. 20. Not a nat 20, but a 20.
Okay. The guard kind of like relaxes a little bit, and the guards around him
Fucking holy shit, finally.
Lose some tension. They're still alert, but they're no longer like completely hostile towards you. And he goes, yeah, well, a bunch of them have been sneaking into places same way you're doing now, and causing pretty bad experiences for us. Yeah, several of the guards here have lost their entire families from the shenanigans you guys are pulling.
I asked.
Regardless, whether you're not part of them or not, we still got to take this in. You're pulling some pretty shitty stuff here. And if you really do got pals who can get you into positions like that, I wouldn't say you're bad off in a situation like this, so long as you're not a rebel.
I ask again, like, very puzzling, like, why do you keep, like I'm like really milking this, like, play stupid, like, I don't understand, like, how, why are you guys so focused on these rebels? Like, isn't it more important to get the shipments and stuff? And like, why is that your primary focus as opposed to like, hey, this dumbass isn't like he doesn't know what to do for his work. Like, I can understand if I'm getting punished for like not being like a good delivery driver on his first day or something, but like, I mean, you're just making an accusation. If I'm a dumbass for not knowing how to do my job, then I'm a dumbass for not knowing how to do my job. But I don't really know how like.
No, buddy, listen. You're a dumbass for stealing somebody else's ID. That's why you're a dumbass. But you're at least a dumbass who's not going to get murdered straight up because you ain't a rebel. That's the position you're in right now, pal. Connor, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Perception, okay.
Yeah.
At least we were smart enough to not wear the red cloths.
Perception 17.
What languages do you know?
I know Common, Infernal, and Thieves' Cant.
Oh, you are a lucky boy. Out of the corner of your ear, towards the group of red individuals that are gathered around something, you hear a muttering in Infernal that catches your ear. And you heard one of the red-robed figures mutter,
"This is growing unstable. We descended back."
Where?
This is coming from that group of red figures with the glowy thing, right?
Like
here.
literally right here. Okay.
So like within like 30 seconds of walking, you're gonna walk like perpendicular.
I'm gonna learn. Wait, I'm gonna say like, hey, yeah, Johnny. Wait, Johnny's walking with me, right?
Nope. Johnny's back at the transfer facility. You're just surrounded by guards.
I'm gonna alert the guard. Hey. I think they're. Those guys. Okay, I know, like, the situation. Those guys said that something over there is really like unstable, and I'm like pointing over it to like the guy who's like hunched over and muttering.
It's a group of people. They're all hunched over like a increasingly growing glowing crystal.
Yeah, I'm gonna say like I think that crystal's I don't think we're safe here, guys.
Look, buddy, I would be trying to get out of this just as much as you are, but this is not how this works. Keep on moving.
Listen. We can keep moving, and you can stay in your little phalanx or whatever you want to call it. But just take a look. Like, that guy is saying some kind of weird shit. Look, if you want
that
me to
guy's not
sit here,
saying
like,
anything legible. They're just grunting over there.
I know. So if they're not, then it won't hurt you to look at what they're doing and then come back. Look, I'll even walk with you over there. Just you can hold. I hold my hands up. Like, you can hold my hands if you want.
Look, if you're that concerned of a citizen, he looks over to one of the guards that's like patrolling the street, and he goes, "Hey, pal, go see what's going on with the red cloaks." And one of the guards that was on the street, as you guys continue onwards down, begins to walk towards them. Now that you're like perfectly perpendicular to these red cloaks, you can get a better view here. Go and give me an investigation check and see what you can discern.
It is an 11.
All right, yeah. So walking past this group here, you do see them. They're all huddled over. One of the guys that you heard muttering, he's the one holding this crystal. And it's pretty big, about the size of like a bowling ball, right? And it's covered in runes, and you see a big crack running down the side of it as like a harsh blackish red miasma is kind of leaking out of it at this point. And it looks like it's about to completely fall apart. It's like teetering on the brink there. And you see the mannerisms of the other three cloaked figures are kind of getting finicky as they look around. And they begin to like move in a hurried pace down the street. But you're able to react before they take off here.
Hey, guys! They're running from the crystal. I'm just saying they're running from the crystal. Feels like we should kind of get away too.
What are you talking about, pal? They always move like that. They're
All
freaks.
right, I'm gonna like. Wait, who's talking?
They're
Who's talking? Which one's
freaks.
talking? Who's
The white
talking?
one.
Which one? I'm going to like literally like I'm gonna grab his helmet, right, and like direct his face to the fucking like the crack in the crystal. I'm telling him that does not look good.
If you were to, like, physically grab him, the other guards would attack you.
Okay, I'm going to like point like incessantly, like look at the fucking crack in the crystal. That doesn't look like a good thing.
Buddy, listen. It may not look like a good thing, but it's out of my payroll. I'm not responsible for that. I'm responsible for
If
getting
that-
your ass into the freaking stronghold for having a fake
Oh
ID.
my god,
That's
if
my
that
job,
thing
bud.
explodes, oh, but all right, I'm gonna keep walking, and then I'm gonna like, can I like walk out of like the circle?
No,
of them,
they're
or will they
keeping you
kill?
in the center of it.
I'm gonna
As you
like,
guys
start
walk forward,
hurting
you
people.
are matching pace with these red cloak figures who are, walking. They have a kind of a weird gait, so even though they're moving hurriedly, it's keeping at pace with the brisk pace that the guards are keeping with you.
Okay, well, then I'm gonna like keep an eye on like the crystals and keep walking, I guess.
Yeah. So as you progress further, the crystal is kind of getting into a worse state. The cracks are spreading on it, and in an infernal, as right before you're at the stronghold, okay, you're like 5 minutes from the door, or like 5 seconds from the door. You're about to be ushered inwards. You hear one last muttering in infernal, and goes, This crystal is very delicate. At this point, it's about to rupture. Should we just cancel the enchantment? We can't let this thing get loose.
Is there anything that you want to do before you are ushered into the stronghold?
I'm gonna like turn back and like beg, like I'm telling you guys that thing is not okay. And I'm gonna keep like pointing back at it. Like,
Listen,
just
buddy,
talk to
that
them.
thing's out there. We're about to go in here.
And whatever is about to come out of that crystal is probably gonna come in here too.
Yeah, whatever that is, ain't my problem.
This is the fucking most insane piece of shit I've ever seen. Okay, I'm gonna like take like a half a step forward, and I'm just like waiting on the crystal to explode.
What do you mean, like, the only movement you can take is for them to usher you into the stronghold. As far as you're aware, the crystal will not explode. Because the people that were talking about it are talking about deactivating whatever they're doing to it.
Alright, I'm gonna... It's time to be bold. It's time to earn this campaign. Alright, I'm gonna push past the guard and run into the red cloaks who have the crystal.
All right, let's get it, I suppose. Pop off,
All right,
King.
you can do that, but you will take 2 attacks of opportunities by pushing through, or you'll take 5 attack of opportunities by just running through.
You're dead, dog.
I believe you can do something called disengage, Connor.
Disengage and go into the stronghold, and then I have to sit in the fucking stronghold.
No,
Might as well be
No,
a
you
game
you
mode.
can disengage and run towards that crystal, but
Yes, without
then
taking hits. because
disengaging
you're a
would be
rogue.
your action.
Okay, then,
You're
yeah, I
basically
don't know why.
okay. What's happening here is you are deciding to take an action against the anticipation of the guards, which means you are surprising them. Which means you get to do something before they can do something, and you can take your action to disengage from them, which means they won't hit you, or rather they will fail to hit you when you walk past them.
All right, that's what I'm gonna do. Then I'm gonna run towards the red cloaks.
Okay, so considering you're encircled, go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw to see if you can push past. You can either do dexterity or strength, depending on how you want to push past these guys.
So you
how
should
do I-
want to use whichever one's higher on your character sheet. It's probably your dexterity, because your dexterity is a 16. It should be a +3.
Yeah, it's 17.
Unless your strength is like insane and you actually have a +4.
All right, yeah. So with a 17, you manage to slither your way in between the two guards as you kind of break out of the formation that they had you in. You hear the shouts of like, "Hey, what are you doing? Get back here!" from behind you as you sprint towards this group of red cloaked individuals. Yeah, so you're a couple dashes and in like 20 feet, you're right in the middle of their circle. What are you doing?
I'm gonna smash the crystal.
How?
Alright,
Are you just
let's
gonna
get
like
it.
take it and throw it?
Just like
Hey,
yeah, like throw it onto
Anarchy.
the ground.
Anarchy.
All right. As you just take it out of that guy's hand and smash it on the ground, you hear like an infernal wail erupt from the crystal as a tear in reality like appears right before you,
Let's fucking go.
and a massive like fleshy metallic hand kind of claws through that portal, and it's easily 2 meters in like 2 meters in length, this hand, and a second hand emerges and rips open the fabric of reality as this gory, grotesque, fleshy metal abomination arises through.
the campaign is over. Good night, guys.
In the middle of it, you see the torso of a mutilated woman with like different kinds of runes engraved onto the flesh of her body, and around her, in like a encasing her practically, is this gargantuan, just a meaty monster body. And as this thing emerges, from this rip and tear in reality, you hear alarms begin to blaze around you as all the guards in the area begin to mobilize and like flood onto your position, and you just see a stream of guards coming out of the stronghold. You have,
All right.
at this point, created chaos.
Perfect. Okay. If I wanted to kind of slither into the background, what kind of role am I, or what kind of I wanna escape in the commotion.
Go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw.
Meanwhile, Atrisha, Herb, and Genevieve are just.
Oh, the sword.
10.
A 10?
10.
So as this thing emerges from this rift,
I'm just
You
trying
are-
to think how we're gonna do this without the truck now.
you are paralyzed by fear. You cannot move. This horrid creature has just arrived from this portal, and as the guards begin to file in around it, kind of there, the majority of them as well are just frozen in fear from this creature. And as you got more guards begin to pour out, you see it lift one of its claws, and it opens the fisted claw, and a whole bunch of metal projectiles shoot out. Go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw, Connor. A 12. All right.
Yeah. 12.
With that, you are hit
7 points of
for
damage.
10 damage
10.
as you manage to just barely get out of the way of one of the metal projectiles that skewers you in the stomach.
Oh
Around
my
you,
God.
the guards all drop dead like flies. And you are currently just sitting in a pile, or like in a circle of dead bodies and dying and screaming guards.
Okay. Do I get to make another action?
Yeah, you are now able to to do what you want. You are no
Can I
longer
run away?
paralyzed. You are bleeding here.
All right, I want to.
You're just gonna book it.
Yeah, I'm gonna book it
Where are you running?
to the hotel.
Okay, so you
Or
have to
like
run
the-
back towards the factory and then back towards your apartment.
Yeah.
All right. So you are you dashing? Like, are you just full on committed to everything to running? You're not going to do anything else.
Yeah. Nothing else.
All right. So you begin to sprint down the road here, and that is, before you see as you're running past it, you see like the blood of all the dead bodies that was previously spilling onto the ground begin to coagulate above this creature, and it's forming like a larger and larger ball as you continue your running. Go ahead and give me a Constitution
fucking God.
saving throw.
Now you're losing blood, Connor. It's sucking the blood out from your stomach hole.
Yummy.
Because
We're
you
chilling,
refused
17,
to
17.
Accept that your name was Carl.
17.
All right.
17.
Yeah. So with that, you are running, and you notice the sucking coming out of your side as you take 6 damage.
Oh my God, are you serious?
You have summoned hell.
A 17 and I didn't get out?
No, you
What?
probably took half damage. You probably
It could've-
succeeded.
It probably was gonna be like 12, and you would have fucking flopped like a fucking fish.
Wait, when I level up, how much HP? How many HP points do you get?
When you leveled up, you gained HP equal to a roll of your hit dice plus your Constitution modifier. so your
Oh, I
max
didn't
roll.
do that. Hold on. Wait. My hit dice is a D4, right?
No, it should be higher than
I
that.
don't know.
Should
I
be
don't know what the
D8.
rogue hit dice is.
Sir,
I
where
think-
the
I think
fuck
Dex
is
just passes
your
at
where's
D8s.
your HP or where's your counter?
I don't have it.
Oh my
But plus
fucking
my-
god!
Plus my
Here.
Constitution mod. It's plus 4, so I have 4 HP left.
Okay, here you go.
My HP should be. My total HP should be 20. So I've
Alright.
taken 16. So,
So with that, you feel that the suction against your wound in your gut as you hurriedly clasp your hands over to prevent any more of your life essence from escaping your body. And you continue your mad dash down the street. At this point, you've put almost 180 feet between you and it.
It teleports straight to you.
And as that happens, you hear, you feel a wave of force slam your body, pushing you forward.
no way! I don't even.
Taking 2 damage as you fly forward and land on the
Okay.
heap in the ground, and behind you is just a massive crater of nothing.
Okay.
The epicenter being where that creature was.
Okay.
What the hell, motherfucker?
Oh,
And
it
you
got
have
me.
managed to, at this point, run to like the entrance of the factory.
Okay, I don't want to go in. Everyone should be working, right? Wait,
The day- the
did
day's,
we
like,
not
just
hear this,
started.
by the way?
As
Yeah, the day just
as this
started.
is going
we
on,
probably heard an explosion.
as you
How
run
are
to
you
this
doing
point,
right
all
now?
of the guards that were near the factory have evacuated the factory and are running towards the commotion.
Boom.
So as you're in front
Wait,
of the factory
do we know the
here-
guards are leaving the factory? Do we know the guards are leaving the factory?
yes, from inside the factory, you notice all the guards leaving and running towards.
You're fucking
commotion.
welcome. I made the distraction.
So
Let's
cutting
get
over-
this money.
So Herb, do you want to continue with what you were planned on doing, or do you want to just roll with this?
I'm gonna roll with this.
All right. So
We probably have to start before all this nonsense happens.
yeah. So we're like, you guys are like 5 minutes before this is going down. You're doing your regular jobs. Herb, I'm assuming that you're going to be in the smithy.
Yeah.
All right. So as this is going down, you guys are doing a normal day of work, and out of nowhere, you hear a massive explosion, and then you kind of like hear a weird sucking noise, and you hear like a really loud like before a wave of force like rushes over the factory. And all the windows, well, I guess you guys don't have any, well, all the windows in the portion where Attrition and Genevieve are shattered and broken inwards. As you like feel this wave of force clatter over the room.
Yeah.
Ow.
That's probably not very nice.
So as you guys hear that, all the guards immediately go on alert. And they begin looking around the room. The guards in like the information room where you guys are here in the paperwork room, they point towards Terrence and they go, keep everyone here. We need to go check on what's happening. And they all leave the room. Terrence is kind of like confused looking around. For Herb, a similar scenario happens in the Forge here, where the guards, they don't even tell the head of the Forge anything. They just run out. What are you guys doing?
I think it's time to settle a score.
It's
I'm,
time to-
I'm gonna start heading out and wait at the door and wait for the last guard to leave my sight.
Yeah, so the guards begin piling out behind you. Attrition and Genevieve, you're in a room with like a confused everybody. What are you doing?
Well, the window's all shattered, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And we work sort of like right next to the windows. Are
Yeah,
we okay?
Yeah, are we fine? Like,
Yeah,
we were
so
in the back.
the force wave went like through the room in like this direction, like that.
Okay, so the window's shattered.
So the
out
window
the-
shattered behind you, out.
Okay, so we're
Uh,
probably more than
Yeah,
fine.
you guys are okay.
So,
Is it still unlocked?
Important
It
question.
is still unlocked. Yes.
Did all of our paperwork also get scattered?
Yes.
no!
I said, Terrence, you gotta go get the papers.
You know, from his shock, you kind of like wake him up, and he's like, "Oh shit! Start getting them, everybody! Hurry up!" And
They
with
flew
that,
out the
everybody
window with the shockwave. You gotta go outside and get them. We gotta stay here.
go ahead and give me your persuasion check.
All right, let me fill out my character sheet.
Terrence
Alright.
is not so stunned.
You guys
The
are
hot-
welcome, by
hot
the way.
plus 0. All right, that's a 12.
All right. With that, you know, he looks around. He goes, "Oh shit! We need those papers." And you know, he runs straight towards the back and kind of like pushes his massive body out the open window and begins to like actively like collect the papers that are streaming down the back of the factory now. And you see the rest of the workers in the room following Terrence's last orders and accumulating papers.
Okay, I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna walk out of the door. I'm gonna walk out of the room.
I'm
Yeah.
also gonna walk out. All right, Asher, you're
So
feel-
as the
feel
two of
free
you
to
walk
follow
out,
us.
I say, good luck, Asher.
I guess I'm coming with you guys. And as you guys get out of here, you guys are catching like the tail end of the guards, as you know they're all leaving the area. You see Herb standing outside his door, kind of looking around.
Do we notice anybody leaving the office?
Yeah, so several guards have exited the office. Herb, you've seen the full counting. You counted 3 guards that had left the office, and you also saw Sophia, who is in this room, kind of rush down the hallway as well.
Okay, so we see all those people leave.
Yeah.
Shit. I say, I'm thinking out loud here because I know everybody's gonna be gone for a few minutes. Did we tell people to arm themselves? And I'm saying this out loud so like Herb can hear me too. Like, are we just trying to make away with as much as we can right now, or are we telling people to like arm themselves?
I think we take what we can get right now. Let's try not to start a revolution. Unless we just start killing the main members of the factory. But that seems a little risky.
How are we gonna get stuff out of here?
We got the truck idea, right?
Is there a truck here today, this morning, right now?
I don't think so.
Then
I'm
how are we
gonna
getting
run over
stuff
to
out of here?
The guard station.
Okay.
You're gonna run over to the guard station.
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
Um,
You walk in and there's an empty guard station there. There's not a soul there.
Hey, boys, the guard station's empty. And girl. I'm gonna go in.
All right, I guess I'm going into the.
As you
gas
guys
station
follow
as
him
well.
in, Asher catches this conversation. He goes, "Did you guys cause this? Who the hell are you guys?"
No, we didn't
didn't
cause this,
cause
but I'm taking
anything.
advantage of it.
Yeah, we're also just if if you want to
Advantage.
follow us, yeah, just if you want to follow us, go for it. Do you have anything better to do?
Asher, do you want to live the rest of your life oppressed and unarmed?
No.
Yeah, neither do I.
Do you want to live without arms, Asher?
No, I need them.
Do you want to be sitting here just doing paperwork for the rest of your life?
Without arms?
Not without arms.
Look, Asher, I'm trying to get as many weapons out of this place as possible. This is a golden opportunity.
Asher, you help us, we help you. Yes.
Fuck. I'm already balls deep. All right, what are we doing?
That's what we're figuring out. Got any ideas? We know trucks come in and out of here. We're trying to figure something out.
So you guys are all in this room. How are you guys gonna get it out originally?
We were gonna steal
we
a
had
truck.
a guy who was gonna bring us a truck, but he may have caused this. We don't know.
Yeah, considering that he is not here present, I am going to assume yes, he has caused this.
Do you guys have something to move them in?
Well, I'm gonna go see if there's a truck, and I leave the room, and I'm gonna try and walk into the assembly room.
Yeah, you can go ahead and walk into the assembly room, and you proceed straight past them. And as Yahoo has described the room to you before,
Yeah,
you enter a large.
I'm not stopping for anybody.
Yeah, you enter a large empty bay. There are no guards in here.
Are
As
there
you
trucks?
proceed,
Is there a truck in the bay?
so the first area here is storage. It's kind of half full. You're halfway through the week here before Tuesday. Walking into the bay, there are no trucks here, and all three bay doors are closed.
Hi, Sheep.
I'm gonna open the bay doors and see if there are trucks on the other side.
So walking up, each of the bay doors is closed. There's no obvious visible way to open them. Though, as Herb had described before, there are 3 engravings, one next to each door.
Okay, so I would recognize these as like the control runes from the caravan ride on the way into town, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm like sprinting. I'm like trying to keep my momentum going. I'm gonna go back to the guard room. I'm gonna say, "Do you have the keys for the doors, the control runes?"
Well, while he was doing all that, I want to be looking for those any sort of key.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah,
Keys
so
to
you-
the warehouses, the key to the garage door.
So the two of you run and begin searching things in the back, in the 2 desks that were there where the officers were at. There are several, like small stones with engravings carved into them. The majority of them are all the same symbol, which is that symbol that you had noted down before. This one right here.
I'm gonna
Though
take-
there are 2 other ones.
There's 3 symbols in
Yeah,
total?
so there's 3 symbols in total on the different kinds of rocks.
I'm gonna take 1 of each and then 2 of the one that's the majority.
All right, yeah. So you
I'm gonna say I don't know if there are trucks in the loading bay. You said there was a truck that brought in ore, right? Every day.
Yeah.
I think that's our best bet.
I don't know if it was every day, but those are more like lifts, more so than trucks. I don't know how to drive those, or if anything drives those. They just kind of have a mind of their own by the way that it works.
Well, I think our options are either that, or we lift a bay door and see if there's a truck. But I don't think there are any.
Alright, well, I've got these rocks, but we should explore the factory more. There's another guard room upstairs.
Yeah, I
Well,
forgot
we
the
don't know how
option.
long everybody's gonna be gone. So hand me some of those key runes, and you can go upstairs if you want.
Alright, I'm gonna hand him all the rooms.
All right. As you hand him those runes, Yaho, who's outside, are you going to run to the apartment building or are you going to run into the factory?
I mean, okay, the thing is, I can't know that you guys.
Yeah,
are
you
in
don't
the
know what's going
factory.
on in the factory. You just know that your friends are in
Yeah.
there, and you see all the guards leaving.
Can I take a peek at like the like? Is it like literally just like cluttered? Like literally, if I like take a peek outside, it's like
If you were to take a
Just
peek
everyone-
outside, you would see a big empty room. All these guards are running out.
okay. I meant like I just want to see like outside.
Okay,
Like,
yeah.
what is
If you were to run out and peek outside, you see a completely disheveled and bloodied Yaho, like crippled and like hunched over, limping down the street. As you see a bunch of guards, like maybe 20 feet behind him, sprinting towards the stronghold.
I would be like, what the fuck happened?
I'm just gonna pass out.
Is
I'm
he like
pretty
right?
sure-
Is he like right in front of me?
Actually, Connor, go ahead and roll me a Constitution check here, because you have a large bleeding hole in you. So I was gonna make you roll that regardless.
Oh, not 20. Not 20.
20. All right,
Yeah.
that's pretty sweet here. Where's my dice? Fuck, there's so many things here. Yeah, you take 1 damage from your bleeding wound there.
I'm at 1 HP.
So yeah, so Genevieve just calls out to you. What the fuck is going on?
I'm just gonna say help. I'm gonna just fall to the
Help?
ground. I have 1 HP. I'm for sure like fucking knocked the fuck out for sure.
Well, you're only knocked out when you hit 0 HP. So
No,
you're
but I'm at 1
retaining
and I have a
consciousness.
fucking. I have a
Sure.
don't I have like
you're
a
like
spear through my
you're like
fucking-
clinging on by like the dregs of life, friend. You're still conscious. You can still think and speak. You're just
Okay,
you're
I'm
probably
gonna very
trying
quickly...
to get healed.
Just heal me. I made the explosion on accident.
There's so like I don't even know where he is. Where the fuck is he?
I should be like by the.
Like relative to this, where is he? He's like right here,
I should be like yeah. I should
like
be,
coming up the
near-
street.
Wait, where is he? Okay, so I guess I'll just run over to him and just like I put like, I guess I'll try and like support him into the factory.
All right, yes, you pick him up and you drag him into the factory here with you with your buds. So now all you guys are here inside
Guys,
this
I
room.
found him.
Have a truck?
You collected him for us.
He didn't find a truck, but look at him. He looks
I'm
like.
gonna. Can I cast some healing spells on our friend here?
You can indeed.
I think. Hold on, I might not have to. Yeah, no, I have to. Okay.
Is he at 1 HP?
Yes, literally
Yeah.
at 1
Can
HP,
I-
and he's bleeding.
Can I make him into at 0?
Yeah,
Getting
you can attack him.
This is the worst fight. I secured you guys all this free time to rummage through the building, and this is how you repay me.
He
I put
gets
my
to-
life on the line.
he
Alright, I'm
gets
gonna
7
punch him in the
health.
gut.
All right, yeah, you
Oh.
punch him in the gut. Go ahead and roll 1d4.
Okay, because there's something that.
Wait! Don't I have to roll like a dodge? What do you mean?
Wait,
How
wait,
does
wait,
she
wait,
just
wait.
hit me?
Which one? That's
a D4, this
D6. Yeah.
Fuck you, Connor. That's what.
What do you
Yeah,
mean? How does she just go straight into damage?
Because it's player against player.
3.
All right, yeah. So you
What?
punch him in the gut, and Connor passes out.
He's at 0 HP.
He is at 0 HP.
You son of a
Yeah.
Alright, I cast.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. I'm going to cast Cure Wounds, and since I'm in the Grave Domain, at the first level, you gain the ability to manipulate the line between life and death when you normally roll 1 or more dice to restore hit points. With the spell to a creature who is at 0 hit points, use the highest number instead.
All right. What does that mean for Yahoo over here?
What was that? Sorry, my mom came in. What?
What does that mean for him? How much health is he getting?
Yeah. So how much is
Okay.
he healing?
Okay, let me find my dice real quick. So.
Well, if you're taking the highest number, it's
Yeah, so it's 1d8 plus 6, so I'm going to do that real quick.
Well, if you use the highest number on a dice, you don't have to roll it, do you?
yeah, you just take 8.
Yeah, so 8 plus...
All right, so Yahoo's
Yeah, 8
regaining
plus 6.
14, right? Yeah, 14
Yeah.
HP. So you see the gap and the wounds in your torso and the holes in your clothes.
You
know,
say
you see the wounds
14?
visibly, beneath them begin to stitch in front of you as this glow emits from
Christ.
your wounds. And you are back in action at 14.
You're
God
a fucking
forbid.
idiot!
All right, so
Listen.
Herb has these keys. Herb handed
Uh,
the keys to attrition. Herb, what are you running into?
I'm running upstairs.
All right, you sprint upstairs. What are you trying to accomplish up here?
I'm gonna go into the guard room, or the room that looked like a guard room.
All right, yeah, you run into what you thought would be a guard room, and inside of it is pretty similar to the guard room below, except there is a door on the left and no jail cells, and you just see a bunch of circular tables with no officer tables.
There's no desks or anything.
Nope, there are no desks. Just a door to your left.
And that door, I imagine. Fuck. All right. I'm fuck
It
this
leads
here.
to a separate compartment that isn't the storage area to your
Oh,
left.
okay. Well, let me open that door. Then.
All right, so cracking that door open, you come across a mini arsenal of weapons and armor. And these are not goods that are being produced in the factory. There's about 3 sets for all different kinds of races.
Shit. Is there any cool mason?
So all the armor is pretty uniform. It is that deep black armor that you saw the Coyote guards wearing. But it has deep blood red engravings across all the pieces. And they all appear to be like uniform. It's all heavy plate. And there is an array of different kinds of weapons. So there is a mace there. And there is dwarf-sized heavy plate in this design.
Greed is filling my eyes, but I resist the urge, and I turn around and head outside.
All right, yeah. So you resist the urge, and are you picking up the weapon, or are you just not picking up anything?
I'm not picking anything up, but I want
right.
to. I really want to.
You run out and resist your greed, and join the others as you all sprint into the forge. I'm assuming.
I'm not going there yet. I
Oh,
gotta
where are you
break
going?
into Granny's room and search for her diary. I want to read her crush.
Yeah, you can. The room is pretty empty at this point. A lot of people are evacuating. As the civilians begin to leave the building with no guard presence. Granny apparently seems to have left already, with a flow of people beginning to descend the stairs. You're able to just walk right up to her desk, and you catch that notebook that you saw her writing in before. Are you gonna just pick it up, or are you gonna skim through it?
I'm gonna pocket them,
All right, yeah, you can just straight up pocket the little blue notebook.
and I'm gonna search through her desk as well. See if there's anything else there worth taking. I don't know. What
Yeah,
would
if
be-
you just quickly rummage through her desk, there are several different things there. The only notable things you find is a sack of 30 gold, a black card with a white square in the center of it, kind of like a business card, and you find a small, wooden wand with a red tip at the end. It's like some kind of gem embedded into it.
Is it a wooden one?
Yes.
I think you just said that. Can I take that and just snap it in half?
Yeah, you can take it and snap in half.
I'm gonna snap that in half and throw it out the window.
Go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw as you snap that in half.
That's an 18.
What was that, 18?
Yeah.
All right, yeah. You die. As you snap it in half, you begin to feel some heat build up in your hands as fireballs erupt from the point of breakage in the staff, setting the entire room on fire,
Oh my god.
showering the area in fire. You take
I'm-
what is that? 15, 16 fire damage?
Oh, it's just 16.
Yep, 16.
Oh, dope.
All right, yeah. With that, the entire tanning area is completely engulfed in flames, and the chemicals used to tan
I was gonna say,
items
isn't tanning
are
oil flammable?
yes are increasing the heat of this fire you just released, as the room is almost instantly engulfed in flames.
I think I'm just gonna jump out the window.
So her desk is close to the door, so you are able to get out if you wanted to.
Okay.
The windows are actually farther from the
I thought I
exit
was like
than the
right
doors.
next to the window.
No.
Alright, yeah. So I'll just leave the.
All right, yeah. So you sprint down the stairs there. As you rejoin your
Sit.
buddies, you begin to like smell the burntness of burning, like curing chemical, as you proceed downwards. So now the five of you guys are together over here. What are you doing?
Well, since Herb said that the automotive force in the forge was more like a lift, I want to go back and check the bay again, and I'm just gonna basically hold all the runestones up to the like receptacle at once and hope that one of them opens the thing, and then I'm gonna fling the bay door open.
Are you
I wanna-
flinging the bay door like this one?
Yeah. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
so-
start here, and I'm just flinging them open to see if there's a truck on either end, on like the end of any of them.
Yeah. So as you're running through,
I'm trying to look for anything that can help us get crates of stuff out of here.
the matching rune that matches the sign next to the door does open the doors, and they open by themselves as they slowly creak upwards. There's nothing on the other side. So as you're running over here,
I want to like lean outside and look down. Are there any trucks here?
there are no delivery trucks there, as your day had just begun. But the rest of your buddies, are you all running towards the ore thing that attrition was talking about?
Yeah, I would have told somebody to go look at it while I check this one.
I will go since I know at least what they look like.
You can all go together. There's nothing stopping you guys if you wanted to. Well, assuming you guys probably wouldn't stand outside the hallway, you're all gonna follow Herb on in. And Herb, you do see a open, like truck or lift thing, and it is pouring like pounds of tin ore into the ore pile. And it is like half, like the lift is half poured out, and you see it's currently being unoperated. There's nobody in the driver's seat.
Oh, so there's a driver's seat for these things.
Yes.
Oh shit. Okay. Hey, any of you know how? Hey, hey, truck driver, wink, wink. You feeling up to the task? Transpo.
I mean, I guess now's a better time than ever to
Gotta
learn, right?
Earn your stripes, buddy. I don't know what anything looks like, but I know everything smells like fire right now, so I don't think I'm.
All right, so Yaho, if you're gonna run over there, Asher's gonna follow in behind you as the two of you run over and go into the truck's control component. And in front of you is a panel full of different colors of highlighted white runes on it, like a black
Son
ebony
of
metal.
a bitch.
As you're staring at it, you've got no clue what any of this means. It probably would have really helped had you like gone to like a training or something or seen somebody do it, but you've got no idea what's going on.
Oh god. Okay.
Attrition, at this point, you would have gotten back with the group here.
Yeah, I'm gonna if I think that I can put stuff in this truck, I'm gonna say we need to get stuff here now.
You do think that you can put stuff in that truck?
I say
It is
all
like
right,
it's like a
everybody else,
flat lift.
Let's go get these boxes. We gotta lift.
Okay.
All right, so if you guys are going to begin doing that, Yaho, you're with Asher here, and as the time goes on, these runes continue flashing across the screen. Asher kind of looks at you and goes, "I know we haven't talked a whole bunch, but I think I can do this."
Sick. Go for it, buddy.
With that, he reaches into the pocket of the shirt he's wearing. He pulls out like a little robotic, like spider almost, and he places it on the screen as it begins to like run around and dash and like click different runes as he as well is also running around
You
and clicking
Asher,
different
I knew
runes.
you had some shit.
You fucking son of a bitch.
And as that's going down, as you guys are running out, you notice the lift begin to lift upwards and pour the remaining amount of like tin it had into the pile. And that's where we'll bring this session to a close, as you guys are sprinting towards getting the boxes moved.
Well, this kind of just started to happen.
Yeah.
Like, I'm here for it, alright?
Yeah, I am also here. Jesus Christ.
Connor may have completely obliterated his chance of, like, actually getting into a truck and keeping the plan on track, but this works, okay? Like...
Listen. I technically made the distraction that we needed to, like...
A very
did?
extreme.
To
A
your credit,
Yeah,
you did get all the guards out of the building, which I was not anticipating.
very extreme, but it works.
Yeah.
As I said, go off, King.